Okay. Okay. And one more thing. Okay. We are live. So, hello everyone. It's a very programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here. And today we are starting Season 2. Season 2 of Doki Doki Club Meetings. I really enjoyed Season 1. I'm sure Season 2 is gonna be just as amazing, if not more so, because the mod devs should have more experience now. Also, hello Ivanov, hello Rob, and hello to Neon. I know you were here 5 minutes early again today. DDLC, yeah! Hi Rob, time to begin your streak anew, I guess, because Twitch kinda screwed you over, I suppose. And yes, Ivanov, you were first to chat as soon as stream began, but Neon was here 5 minutes early, so depends on your definition of first. But if you mean first person to chat during the actual stream, then yes, you are first. So, first of all, can I just say that Season 2 was not easy to get working, okay? Today's stream was almost cancelled. Can't believe I'm saying that I had to almost cancel a DDLC stream. Because I just hadn't prepared anything other than this. And, well, yeah. And apparently I'm not live. Oh no, not this bug again. Hasn't that bug happened before, like in the past? Huh. I don't know why. I tried it in the mod manager, it crashed every time. Like, if I tried to do it in the mod manager, it just crashed every time. No matter what I did. I tried reinstalling it, tried a bunch of stuff, didn't work. So I tried, you know what? Let's just put it into Steam. Like in the regular Steam version, not using the mod manager. So I verified the files, got a clean copy, nothing in there. So clean copy, again, thanks to verifying files. Then I dropped it in. And again, didn't work. I also double checked the install folder where it said, yeah, drop them in and delete the thing. Delete the scripts RPA because otherwise it won't work. I tried both with and without deleting that. Didn't want to run. Not even in the regular Steam version without the mod manager. But then I finally saw the light at the end of the tunnel and I was like, who knows, maybe the version you download from the website is different enough. And yes, that one was the only one that worked. Steam doesn't work. Running it through the mod manager doesn't work. It only works if you have a clean copy from the website and drop it in there. And don't forget to delete scripts.rpa. So that was a bitch to get running, but now we're here. Now we can finally begin. Alright, was it easy for you? Files, then you place in the files, don't use the manager install function. Let's go to the files. Mod manager works. Played it myself. I literally did. Well, it didn't work for me. But I guess maybe I wasn't supposed to use the install function, but I always use the install function for everything. That's how I played Season 1 as well. I don't know. Anyway, I got it running, but Rob, if you're so certain of it, why didn't you reach out to me for help when I was complaining on the Discord talking about how I might cancel the DDLC stream? I know, because you're not too active on Discord. I know that's it. But yeah, I was talking on Discord about how today's DDLC stream might be cancelled if I can't find a solution. And yeah, yeah. Me and Jane Discord. Yeah, I know. Anyway, Doki Doki Club Meetings is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod that is not affiliated in any way with Team Salvado. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at ddlc.moe or on Steam. Well, you can download them on Steam, but on Steam the mod doesn't work, again. I did everything the exact same, both with the website release and the Steam release, and on Steam it just crashes. Sucks to suck. Please consult the readme.txt contained in the mod download for more information. Yes, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to run this, but I guess that's for the ones watching this on YouTube or something. Neon, do you have some Zell model references? I asked Zell and he refused to send me anything. Wow. I think... we have an image, like, on the Discord. It's not like of the 3D model, but we have a 2D image. And the reason he doesn't want to send the 3D image is because his lower half on the doesn't look all that amazing or all that detailed. Future, go to the files and paste it in there. The mod install works on the train of thought. That just unzips and then pastes. Something like that. Haha. Well, consult the readme.txt, yeah. By playing Doki Doki Club Meetings Season 2 Collection, you agree that you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. I do agree. And I am ready. That was amazing. Yes. I gotta admit. Very, very detailed hairstyle. Alright, so it's time. So there shouldn't be any loads, of course. New game. Well, I am still Code. I am here. I am ready to begin the Season 2 collection. Have you played Season 2 already? Why would I have played Season 2 already? Like, what kind of question is this? I just started the mod. Of course I haven't played it already. Are they... Like, what do you mean, spoilers? Oh, like, because there's intro dialogue, right? Because because the intro dialogue for the collection is gonna be new. Because Season 1 also had intro dialogue. And that's also only gonna be added for the collection and not the episodes. So maybe if you say spoilers are fine, then in the intro dialogue you're gonna talk about what happens in the episode. So no, avoid. Thank you. The bonus content in this collection contains spoilers. Make sure you play through the main Season 2 episodes before playing the bonus content for the best experience possible. Oh, I will. Also, I was no Jake. Hi, haven't seen you in a bit, I think. Welcome to the stream. How is you doing? Have fun. Oh, I will have fun. I'm ready. Choose an option. Oh, we're straight here. Okay. Well, you know what it is. Season 2 episodes. 13 to 18. So we're gonna do 13 and 14 today. Choose an episode to play. Warning, you won't be able to return here until the episode is finished by restart. Except by restarting. I should probably save here in that case. Don't forget that. And we're gonna start episode 13 right now. Which is first episode of Season 2. Alright. Episode 13 begin. The club participates in the school festival. Oh, that's gonna be some nice flashbacks.
Hey, can someone help me tie my obi?
You don't know how?
I've never had to before.
Oh, I would, but I'm finishing my Kazashi. Where'd Monica go?
She went to go get MC and tell him we're done changing.
Fine, I'll do it. Come here. Okay, first off, Sayori, you folded the front right over left.
Oh, whoops, I wasn't paying attention. It sort of works though, you know, because...
No, making that joke. Alright, now give me the obi. What kind of knot you want?
I know, one of those bow ones, I guess. Could you maybe use the cord to make like a little heart or something?
Yeah, I can do that. Wait, why is it obi yellow when your yukata is blue? I mean, it looks nice, but...
Well, MC has a lot of yellow in it, so I'm color coordinating with him. Oof.
Sorry, too tight, I'll fix it.
And he's wearing a blue obi to go with my yukata.
That is adorable. Okay, almost done. And there you go, feel comfortable?
Oh, are we gonna see the sprites? Show me the sprites. There are no drawings based on the spiky hair outfit. Well, you can mix and mash, I guess. TLC, huh? Alright.
Yeah, it fits great.
Okay, turn around and show us.
Look at her! She's adorable. Absolutely adorable.
How do I look?
You look amazing, Sayori.
Thanks, Yuri. You look really pretty too. I like the kind of Asagao pattern. And you look fantastic too, Natsuki.
Yes, yes, we all look gorgeous. And more importantly, Sayori, are you going to blow MC? You are going to blow MC's mind?
I hope so. Okay, everyone.
And there she is. There's Monica. Of course, wearing green. Of course, it's a green one. Why wouldn't it be a green one? Japanese clothing, my weakness. It looks so cute. Ah, man. What is it about yukatas and kimonos that look so amazing? I don't know what it is about them, but so pretty. So pretty. Hello, MC. Yeah, of course. Monica and yukata, yo. Yep. Okay, no, I don't. No, not the nosebleed. Now we haven't even seen everyone. But yeah, I guess we have seen Monica, and that is enough for some people. So Doki! Just because you haven't been here in a while doesn't mean you have to yell at me to announce your comeback. Well, welcome back. It's nice seeing you again. How have you been? Hope you've been well. Maya's too good looking. I mean, she is, to be fair. To be fair. And Rob immediately shifted into candy mode. Like, didn't even wait a second. Just immediate candy. Come back in style, you know what? That's fair. That is very fair. This version of will be head-splittingly good. Not sure how to feel about that wording. Oh no.
Are we all ready to go? Everyone looks great, by the way. Yeah, I think we're all set. Everyone has their poems ready.
Yep.
I have mine memorized.
You memorized that entire long-ass poem?
Yep. I just hope I don't freeze up reading it in front of everyone.
You do great, Yuri. So Yuri, do you have your poem? No, I totally forgot! Well, he said he thought you might forget, so he told me to bring this copy he made for you just in case. Thanks, Monica! Well, be sure to thank MC, it was his idea.
Oh no. Moving here, but have you working at 5 PM when you stream? I don't stream on my days off. Damn! I guess scheduling just sucks sometimes. Yup. And Rob immediately going all out. But candy. But I know scheduling sometimes just doesn't work out for everyone. And I know my stream time isn't exactly the best in some cases. But yeah, who knows, maybe I'll experiment with some other stream times in the future. For now though, I will likely stick to this. Then again, soon there's gonna be the change from summertime to wintertime, meaning for everyone who doesn't have that little switcheroo, that will mean I will stream an hour later. So maybe that works out better for some people, but I do not know. I do not know. Damn it. You can't do another. There should be a cooldown on it. Okay.
Oh, I will! I will! Alright, before we head out, let's review. They're going to announce us at which point we will go up to the front. We'll each read our poems in turn, and then, when we're done, I'll give a little speech. There's just a couple of things to decide still. One is what order we should read our poems in, and the other is how hard I should push for people to join the club.
Well, for the second one, tell them where and when we meet, but don't push too hard. I'd rather only really serious, interested people join, if any.
Yeah, me too.
I want whatever Yuri and Natsuki want. Fair enough. How about the order? You should go first, Monica. You read your poems the best and you can finish strong for us. You should go last, I mean.
Can't? I can't? Yes, I cannot. Yes. Thank goodness for the cooldown, because it's a global cooldown and not a cooldown for an individual person, so I don't think you can work around it. I think. It's nice to know that I'm not... Oh, I still get made fun of. Okay, gotta get back to work. I'll see you all around. Alright, you do that. And thanks for popping in, even if it wasn't for long. We'll see you around, maybe in the future, whenever it works out. Who knows?
But my actual poem was the worst of all these.
Nuh-uh.
I don't want to go first. People will get bored.
Jeez, let's just do it randomly. Here, I'll shuffle around some names. First is Yuri, then MC, then Yuri, then me, then Monica.
And she gets to go last, as we kind of planned.
So you're going last after all, Monica? Make it count.
If you guys say so, I hope you don't regret it. You'll do great, Monica! But what about MC? Doesn't he need to know? He's heading straight there, so I'll tell him once we meet him there. Speaking of which, we need to get going. Our time is getting close.
Ooh, also I want to... Okay, so far we've only seen Monica and Sayori's yukatas. I want to see Natsuki's and Yuri's and MC's yukata. I want to see them all. Hopefully we can. How many can you get next time? Damn. Look at you. The club heads toward the school's central fountain.
So, Monica? What did MC look like in his yukata? Goodness, he was just as excited about seeing you in yours. It's like you're seeing each other in your wedding outfits or something.
Oh, that's gonna happen at some point if they ever, you know, get out of the time loop thingy that they're in. Which they might not, let's face it.
Well, we've never won yukata in front of each other before, so I'm just curious. Be patient, Sayori. You'll get to see for yourself soon enough.
Alright. Are we gonna get to see them? Because I wanna see them. It's the early evening, the sun is almost gone down. There's a wonderful scent of cooking food in the air, coming from somewhere nearby. In the school's central court, a large number of chairs have been set up behind the grassy area near the fountain. Various clubs and organizations are doing little presentations from the grassy area to the assembled audience of mostly students and some parents. Also, by the way, I'm liking the background. This looks really, really nice. She doesn't want patience, she wants the abs. Not sure if you can see them all that well through a yukata, but sure. And thank you to the Photography Club for that lovely exhibition. Next up we have the Literature Club, which will be reading 5 brief poems for us.
Guys, I'm really nervous all of a sudden.
Me too. I really don't want to do this.
You did great, Yuri.
MC lays his hands on Sayori's shoulders and whispers something to her, and she seems to relax a little. What did you tell her? Just untie the yukata, of course. Just loosen it up a bit. You think he wears nothing underneath the yukata? Ready to open it up later for Sayori. So please welcome the Literature Club. There's a fair amount of applause.
Hi, my name is Sayori, and my poem is called This Is Fun.
She suddenly focuses for a moment, and then launches into an animated reading of her poem. Oh. He will untie the yukata if she does well. Yeah, boy.
I fly through the air in my hot air balloon. Whoosh! I go where the wind takes me, but I look down and see the whole world wide and free.
The audience seems mildly interested.
I wave hello to everyone down below, but I have to be careful, because I'm next to a hungry fire.
Sayori's voice drops suddenly, and she starts to deliver her poem with a low, sad, and almost growling voice. The audience leans in expectantly. The contrast between this and the juvenile happy delivery before is striking.
Its power is red hot and destructive. I can feel its searing blaze making sweat droplets on my forehead. Even all the way up here, it will burn you badly if you get too close.
She takes a pause and seems to be thinking.
But
Another pause.
it's the only thing keeping me up.
Sayori hurries off the stage. Good delivery, Sayori! What types of viruses are there? What do you mean, what types of viruses? Like computer viruses? A lot? You mean stuff like ransomware, for example? But why are you asking me this? Happen, I'm sure if I remember correctly, but might. Sayori hurries off the stage. The audience applauds strongly, they seem impressed.
Great start, Sayori, they loved it. Did they? Clearly.
You did amazing, I especially...
No time to flirt, MC, your turn, go. It's your turn, go.
Especially liked how... Yeah, go MC, go my boy. Are we gonna get to see him now? Please, we have to see him. Show us MC. I wasn't... There he is! Actually looking pretty nice. I like the like gold and black. The black and gold looks really nice. Monika pushes MC into the grassy stage area. Honestly, yeah, sick look. Again, why? What is it about Yukata's that looks so amazing? Man, I should really get a Yukata outfit at some point, just to flex. Alright.
MC!
Control yourself, woman!
Hi, my name is MC. A few of MC's guy friends yell, woo, and yeah! Yeah, my boy! MC actually has 2 poems in hand. He thinks for a moment and then carefully puts one away. My poem is called Grass Stains. I remember when I was young. I knew the feel the grass left on your skin. When you had played in it and stained your knees green. By comparison with Sayori, MC's delivery is much less certain. His voice is wavering and he lacks confidence. The audience of mostly students seems uninterested in the poem, but the adults seem thoughtful. It was a happy, tickly itch, I think. It let you know you had fun when you washed it off after a long day. But I don't remember now. It's been so long since I stained my knees with grass. Does that happen when you grow up? Thanks, everyone. There's polite applause. They hated it. Ouch. Yeah, it's more your delivery, probably. And or maybe they don't understand, because they're still staining their knees with grass. Sticks out from the rest. Bumps the... so he kills everyone on the yard? Yeah, of course that's what he's gonna do.
Nah, man, a few of them got it.
Most of these kids are younger than us, MC. They think they'll be 15 forever. I think the people who understood your point loved it.
I hope so. Yuri's standing with her eyes closed, shaking. Suddenly she comes still and strides forward quickly to the microphone. Ooh, that's also really nice when I like the flower design. And I like the flower pin in her hair too. Nice. Honestly, really digging all these outfits. So strides forward quickly to the microphone. Hello, I'm Yuri and this poem is World in a Cup. The end of a weary day. The world seems impersonal, filled with small acts of malice, petty cruelties, indifference. Yuri's delivery is astonishing, nothing like her normal speaking voice, but for me it's still gonna be her normal speaking voice, because I can't do multiple voices for the same character, apparently. She's bold and dramatic. Then, I fill the kettle with clear water, the blessing of well-made tea. You must wait for it. You must anticipate it. The audience smiles, they're into it. Hear the water boiling, a delightful static. Place the cup down, put the tea inside. A moment is there, given to you, to revel in its scent and texture, to warm your cold hands over the hot kettle, and then the water falls into the cup, this water married to this earth for eons. After an endless journey, it's here to meet you, and to be you for a little while. Yuri pauses for a moment. Some in the audience are starting to lose interest, but most are still paying close attention. The tea leaves, too, filled with love from people far away you will never meet, yet who care for you through these leaves, their tenderness for the leaves is their tenderness for you. The leaves are filled with other loves from the soil, and the sun and the water too, which it now meets again. A joyous reunion. This tea contains rice too, another small miracle of love and nature here to sustain you. She's clearly losing a bit of the audience due to the length of the poem, but most are still watching eagerly. And she continues on unshaken. History itself too sustains you in this rice. The rice was put there by poor peasants long ago, out of the necessity of 100 impoverished generations. Calm your small pleasures. On the first sip you are taking away, everything fades away but the heat, the feel of the cup, the taste of the tea, your well-contented sigh. And the world is no longer indifferent. The world is the water, the world is the rice, the world is the tea. And therefore it is the sun, the soil, the love, the history. They've all built this gift for you, and you alone over thousands of years. Nothing exists anymore but your contentment. Thank you very much. There we go. Alright. Let's see what else is going on. Yuri's okay. I kettle while writing. I risk no reward. I'm thinking on renaming the 4 other guys to types of programming tools. With their names mixed in. I see. Well, I don't really know. But if you're thinking programming tools, it's not exactly the same as a virus, you know? Also, Tord is here. Hello. You Miss Ducky and Candy, Candy, Candy. Kind of. For example, IPGS. Identifiable graphic personal symptom. Huh. Okay. I mean, I guess that's an interesting approach. Curious to see what else you could possibly do there. How do you think it went?
Well, there were a few cell phones out by the end because your poems are long. But I think mostly people liked it. Could definitely tell who the tea drinkers in the audience were.
Well, at least it wasn't a complete disaster.
Come on, Natsuki, they're waiting.
Alright, Natsuki's yukata. What does it look like? I'm curious. As Natsuki walks onto the stage, there's considerable cheering from some in the audience, along with strong applause. Right, because she's one of the popular girls. I almost forgot she's one of the popular girls. Alright, pretty nice, like, star design. Looks pretty simplistic. Like these star speckles, like a galaxy kind of thing. But it works. It works very well for her. I definitely have to say that I really dig MCs, like the color scheme of it as well. But yeah, it's cute. Definitely cute. Tord. Glad to see you again. Oh no. Things are about to happen, huh? We love you, Natsuki-senpai!
Thank you, thank you. I'm Natsuki and my poem is called On the Bookshelf. My name apparently is under the greenest umbrella, and I'm about love and freedom, getting away and belonging to yourself. I think the umbrella is an allegory for something.
Natsuki's delivery style is brash and loud. It's almost indistinguishable from her normal talking voice.
Your name, I see, is the Comprehensive Hydrological Analysis Manual. And I can only barely begin to guess what you're about. It seems complex and technical. Something a smart person would know about. And we sit here side by side. Clearly there's no organizational scheme on this shelf. But I like being so close to you, plus, it sure says something about whoever owns us. And I'm done. Natsuki out. Thanks, everyone.
There's considerable applause and cheering from students as Natsuki leaves the stage area. She is the popular girl. Natsuki, let's go.
OC be good.
Shut up. Oh no, Toad has been picked up. Oh, chef, here I am. But Monica put the box too high. Done. Damn.
Do you think they like that, or were they just glad to see me?
Maybe both. Hard to tell.
What matters is that the poem was actually good, and you delivered it well.
Monica's going up.
Hello, I'm Monica, the president of the Literature Club.
Much applause and some cheers.
After my poem, I'll briefly tell you a bit about our club, and then that'll be it from us. Thank you for your patience and attention. Our club members really appreciate it. My poem is called Ice.
Monica pauses for a few seconds. It's time. I'm going up to your sentence.
Down the oubliette, back to my old familiar home. I have all the comforts I can settle in. But wait, a change. They've turned down the temperature, snowed me in, locked me in ice.
Monica's voice drops to a soft volume. She speaks soothingly, almost like delivering a lullaby. Maybe Hypno's lullaby. No, wrong stream. The effect is fairly creepy.
Ice is peaceful, you barely notice it as it slowly constricts your limbs. Ice is beautiful, you see blue, white, clear through it and see exactly what it is doing to you. Ice is cold and it makes you beautiful, and peaceful, and cold.
Suddenly her voice becomes cheerful.
In my room of rhyme, amidst all my familiar comforts, I smile happily and drink my tea and nibble my cakes, heedless of the encroaching ice, encasing my hands, my eyes, my heart.
Her voice starts to drop again slowly, gradually.
Until at last it freezes the pen in my hand, freezes the ink on the page, freezes this poem as it flows.
She's almost whispering now.
It was the ice.
She lets the poem sink in for a moment.
Thank you.
There we go, and that's all the poems done. Again, does anyone have a favorite yukata design out of the bunch we've seen so far? Again, I like the color scheme for MC's yukata the most, I think. Like, the black and gold looks really, really nice. But all of them look amazing. Also, Bones, hello! Nice to see you. I'm the one in the audience screaming, "Woo, Monica, I love you!" You wouldn't be the only one, trust me. Okay, lullaby, sleeping time? No! Unless you want to. Monica, then MC. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I can see that. Too soon, Code? Respect for the dead? Right, I'm sorry.
Like I said with the Literature Club, we meet on Wednesdays after school in room 3L. We write poetry, but we also analyze any and all literary media together, like plays, manga, and even video games.
Literary media! She said manga. Manga's literature. Finally confirmed for good. It is confirmed. Also, least favorite episode? I don't think I have one particularly, actually. Can't remember any of them, that's fair. Personally, I liked all the episodes, so it's hard to pick a least favorite. 0 because it doesn't exist. Fair point, fair point. I'm trying to think. It might be one of the earlier episodes, maybe, where the story hasn't, like, where they haven't really hit their stride yet. Like, where they were still, like, before the whole story went. Or it might have been the one where Sayori got together with Kenzo, because it kind of devastated me a little bit. Hard to say, really.
This coming Wednesday we'll have cupcakes, so feel free to come on by if you like. Thanks for listening to our poems and have a fun festival. Whew, glad that's over with. Let's get away from here.
Run away! What a strange poem. I have to ask Monica what that was about later. Who might that have been? Yeah, the one with cancer is the worst one of them, but I wouldn't even call it bad. Exactly. So it's least favorite. There we go. But honestly, again, all the episodes are pretty great. The club is walking through the school towards the nearby street, which is glowing brightly in the night. So what's the plan now? Again, here we have all the yukata side by side. I still think I really like MC's color scheme. Again, it's just such a nice color scheme. I really, really like it. Fine.
What's the plan now?
We're going to just go walk through the festival and do whatever catches our eye.
Yeah, we can play carnival games, and you can win me another stuffed animal.
But I'm not very good at those. I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. But I'll get something for you, little cinnamon bun.
Oh, and we can go to food stands. Maybe we can get something fried. Yeah, that sounds really fun. We could totally...
We, Monica, are going to take Yuri and start by throwing balls at the teachers in the dunk tank.
Okay, that seems fair. Like main characters should. I mean, it's fair. The new MC are in the front. Because yeah, looking at them, right. I am the best character. Man, I really need to get a yukata. They just look so beautiful.
And after that, whatever you and Yuri want to do. But we'll link back our MC and say Yuri for fireworks, yeah?
Of course.
Yay, fireworks! Come on, MC, let's go!
Sorry about that, Monica.
It's an autumn festival which couples should do together. Uninterrupted by others so that they can draw closer together.
No, I figured it out, don't worry. Natsuki should direct you onto the MC and Sayori train, didn't she, Yuri?
I was already there.
Well, let's go have some fun before I start aching for my true love to come to a festival with me.
Which group to follow? I mean, we're gonna have to go for MC and Sayori, right? Then again, if we go for the other ones, there's my personal best girl, Natsuki, and Chad's personal best girl, Monica. They're both on Team B. But MC and Sayori seems like more interesting. Yeah, we want the romance. You're absolutely right, we're following along with the romance. Alright.
Oof! I should not have had 2 fried candy bars.
You probably shouldn't have had the first one. But come on, let's keep moving and you'll feel better in no time.
Do you think we could just stay here and rest for a little while?
Sure, Bun. The two of them spend a while watching people pass by. Best comes last? Maybe the thing? Not sure. Sayori's gaze starts to drift off towards nothing. So after this, we should head down to the section with all the games. I can at least try to win you that new stuffed animal you wanted. And after that, we can go look at the fall flower display. I know you always look forward to the flower exhibitions. After that, it'll probably be about time to join the others for the fireworks and... Sayori?
Sorry, just spaced out there for a second. But now I'm back. With a vengeance. That all sounds really nice, MC. Let's go to games.
Off we go then. By Sayori a body pillow of herself? She would want one of MC, and we all know that. MC appears to have been throwing rings at bottles for some time. This is way, way harder than it looks. Just need some more practice. It's easy once you've got it down. The game operator casually flicks a ring onto a bottle with ease. MC tries again, but the ring bounces off the top of the bottle. Look, buddy, I'm going to level with you. I'm pretty sure that I could throw these all night and never get a ring onto a bottle. But I need to get one of those stuffed animals for my lady here. So how about I pay you for another 10 games, and you give me that small cat one, which is easily worth less than 10 games, and we call it even. MC hands over some cash. It looks like we have ourselves a winner! Yay! MC collects the small grey cat plushie from the game operator. You cheater. So Sayori! MC hands her the plushie. What are you going to name it? I did a joke in another email I sent them. I can't wait until I'm all caught up and I can start sending emails. Technically, I could send an email now, but it doesn't make sense to ask questions if I don't know what questions have already been answered. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine. Oh no, we're back to Genshin now, huh? Big screen experience. Do you have hands to wave with? I do, but my hands are currently disabled. Annoyingly, because I only need to read today. Plus, enabling my hands causes some overheating sometimes. Sucks to suck. Asked if MC wanted a Sayori body pill. I said to Sayori. Asked MC if he wanted a body pill. Same. You want a body pill of yourself, JK? Wow. What are you going to name it? Now, I know you're probably going to go with Mr. Cat. And no one could blame you for picking that. Great name, fantastic name. But, and I'm just throwing this out there, have you considered naming it MC maybe?
I think I will go with Mr. Cat. I already have an MC.
Sayori clings tightly to MC's arm. After a moment, she lets go of him, then takes 3 steps backwards and looks behind her. I love you, Sayori.
I love you too.
So, anyway, we can head off to the flowers now if you want. Or we can take another rest. Whatever. The music's getting quiet. MC looks concernedly at Sayori. Whatever you want. Are you alright? Was that because I said I love you? Happiness tears?
It's not fair.
Sayori's voice trails off inaudibly. What was that?
It's not fair. Every time something happens where I feel really happy, it only lasts for a second and then I feel terrible. I should be happy. I should be the happiest I've ever been. I have no reason to at all to think that you telling me you love me means anything but what you said. But it just feels like a lie. Like all of this is just a trick. Because there's no way. There's no way you would ever want to be with me. And even if you did, you shouldn't.
Sayori, you...
I know you're going to say that's my depression lying to me. It's not really like that, blah blah blah. I get it, I do. And I know you're saying that because you want to help. Or at least that's what I have to tell myself is the reason you're saying that. MC, I'm going to say something that I really need you to understand, okay? If you really do love me, past all the fog in my brain that I can't see through, or maybe I should say even if you do love me, that doesn't matter to whether I feel bad or not. That feeling is going to happen to me no matter what the truth is. Whether or not you love me doesn't matter at all to that. I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all, just that even if I could somehow be super duper convinced that you love me, I don't think it would change anything. So it doesn't cure anything or try to convince me that you do. It wouldn't make me better even if you did convince me, which I'm not sure you can, not all the way. Not in that horrible scary part of my brain where nothing good can ever be real. Trying to convince me of things when my feelings are screaming something else doesn't help me. It just makes me feel worse and more scared. And it just makes me want to spend more time thinking about my depression, which makes me depressed. Rather than trying to get back to enjoying those brief moments of fleeting happiness that I do get. Do you get what I'm saying?
Alright, MC. Time to see if you're still dense, or if you've leveled up a lot. Let's see how much he has leveled up. Need a gun for Sayori's rain clouds. Grenades, 50 rounds of explosive bullets, 20 nukes. Sing of a story for the F&F Christmas DLC. Oh, that's gonna be story. Is there gonna be dialogue? I mean, I would ask if you want people to write their own dialogue, but then again, part of me wants to be surprised. Ooh. But I'm excited. Debug, Zeldev. How to mix those. You could be lazy and just call it dev bug or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Up to you. Yes, I do. And I'm going to try really hard not to seem selfish or be selfish here. It's really hard. He has a background story where we go to the in-game. What's it? I mean, true. I guess, in a way. The in-game mod section. But yeah, Try not to think. Try not to think. I'm only gonna think about Del Death. Wow. No, I'm only here to think about DDLC currently. Maybe. And maybe call back to some other stuff. I don't know. You brought it up. Now it's in my head again. And now the excitement is in my head again. But you have all the time you need. Which is about 2 months. But we'll see how it goes. It's really hard. Because I have a really deep desire for you to understand that I love you so much. But I get it. I'm not trying to convince you right now. I promise you. The very last thing I want to do is aggravate or confuse your feelings with love declarations that you can't handle. Just, it's hard. Not because you do anything to me. Nothing you do makes my life worse. But just, I mean, it's hard because I have to watch you hurt inside at times like these. And if I understand you right, you need me to not try and reassure you about stuff like this. And maybe that's smart if it doesn't help you and makes you feel worse. But it's so hard to just sit there and watch you suffer while you stare off with that look in your eyes. It's like you're hanging by a rope over a fire and you're telling me you need me to not pull on the rope because it burns you more. And I get that, I do. It's horrible, but it makes sense. But does that mean I just have to sit there and watch you burn? I don't want you to be in pain. But I don't want to make you hurt worse because I'm bad at helping you either. Can you let me help you in a way that will actually help? By getting you to someone who knows what they're doing. Someone who could actually make you feel better. I think that it would...
I really don't want to talk about that right now.
You really benefit. Well, he tried. Honestly, he tried, and that was probably the best attempt he could have made there. Maybe. I definitely couldn't have done better. You are smart, but oh no. Rob has a chief brain.
Please?
Well, it is the festival. Now probably really isn't the time for that discussion. But Sayori, when will it be time to talk about it? It always seems like you never want to talk about it now.
You know what we should really do to make things better right now? We should kiss. Like, a lot.
Okay, I guess this is happening now. I'm not fooled, Sayori. I know what you're doing. And we will talk about this another day. But like I said, it's festival time. So come here and give me those kisses, young woman. MC and Sayori giggle as they hold hands and run off into the trees near the festival. Sayori sits with her back to a tree, smiling brightly, and MC kneels down beside her. They kiss softly, and MC lays his hand on Sayori's cheek. He pulls back when he realizes it's wet from a tear running down it.
Don't worry about that.
It's kind of hard not to. It's kind of,
Please ignore that. Just kiss me more, please.
Okay. A few more minutes of kissing pass, then MC pulls back a little and gets up. But Sayori is still sitting against the tree, not paying attention. Come on, Sayori. We should get back.
Huh?
We should go back. To the festival?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Sayori gets up mechanically and follows MC back to the lights. So, time to go to the flowers now, yeah? Should we get moving? Sayori? The flower displays?
No.
Why not? You love those. They're your favorite thing at festivals.
Can't.
You can't?
Can't.
Okay, well... come here, let's sit down and rest again then. MC starts to lead Sayori to a bench nearby by the hand. She passively follows, alternating stopping entirely, then walking a few steps mindlessly when MC pulls her along. Damn. We got this. We even got the custom CGs. Let's go. They sit down on the bench. Look at MC trying to be supportive. I mean, he's doing his best. He's really doing his best. I'm not going to try to convince you of anything about my feelings, okay? It's safe. You're safe. So he stares blankly. Just listen to me for a sec. Alright, let's go, yes. I know there are a lot of ways where I can't or shouldn't help you. But there's a way I can. I know that it's hard for you to put a brave face on... put a brave face on it when you feel bad. And I know that you always feel like you need to make your friends happy. But you only have so many happy thoughts in bottles for your friends, right? And right now, I'm guessing it's hard because you have to hold it together for me. I'm sorry. I'm guessing now it's hard because you have to hold it together for me. And then later, we have to go see our friends again. And it'll take you even more strength to keep it together around them. Am I right? Sayori nods. Her eyes are watering, but her face is completely expressionless. Well, listen. You don't ever have to be that way around me if you don't feel like it. You'll never make me feel bad with it. I just want to be where you can rest. And not have to worry about how you're making me feel. That would make me the most happy. Do you think that would be okay? Sayori looks at him with a fearful expression for a moment, then nods. That is progress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Then she buries her head in his chest and starts sobbing. Look at this! This is too adorable. I mean, it's sad, but it's also adorable. Oh my god. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Sayori cries more. MC folds a bit of his yukata over Sayori as a makeshift blanket. He strokes the back of her head down to her neck over and over and rocks her back and forth as she cries directly into him to muffle the sound. And Spinne, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm just in time for some crying. Tragic romance here. It's alright. Just listen to my voice, everything's alright, Sayori. My poor, sweet, lovely Sayori, you're okay. You're okay. Sayori stops crying, but instead just covers her face in MC's yukata, leaning on him and clutching her new cat plushie tightly. 20 minutes later. Ready to go see everyone now?
Yeah, I feel a lot better for now.
Great. Now come on, we've got to hurry to get a peek at those flowers before the fireworks start.
I wonder what the girls have been doing.
Well, let's see if we can find that out now. Let's switch on over to Monika, and Natsuki, and Yuri.
So what does he want to do again, Natsuki?
The dunk tank? A bunch of teachers volunteered to take turns sitting above this tank of water. And if you manage to hit a target with a ball, it dunks them in the water.
I can see why this would appeal to you.
Heck yeah! I know it's kinda silly, but it's the one thing I really wanna do. After that, I'm happy to do whatever you guys want.
I actually don't think I had anything in particular I was interested in.
Me either.
God, you guys are so boring. Come on, you can figure out what you want to do when you get there. It's like you guys have never been to a festival before.
I mean, technically we haven't.
Oh, shut up.
I still don't see the point of this exercise. Well, you sit in the tank, and the kids pay money to try and dunk you, and we raise money for charity. I understand that. I don't understand why they pay money for that. You're usually an authority figure, so the kids would probably like to dunk you. At which point I will be wet. Right. And then I'll climb back out of the water. Right. And I don't see what they get out of it. Allow me to explain, Miss Hariyama. Normally students regard teachers as having a certain gravitas or dignity by virtue of their positions. A good student will be deferential and respectful to teachers and avoid putting a teacher in any kind of undignified situation. But in this situation, we are encouraged to put you in such a situation for a good cause. This reverses the normal power dynamic and is a good way for students to let off feelings of frustration they naturally build with regard to teachers. Through no fault of your own in most cases.
I understand now. Thank you, Yuri.
Of course, ma'am.
Although now that I get it, I'm sort of nervous about it. But discomfort is often the price of knowledge. Do you want to be the first to throw at me, Yuri?
Actually, I don't really care to do things like that. You're actually one of my favorite teachers.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. And besides, as someone who's eager to be the first to throw in general, though not necessarily at you.
I suppose that's you, Natsuki. You haven't seen each other since your junior year, I think. We sure haven't. Is this enough for 10 throws?
Yikes, Natsuki still remembers how hard trick was.
Yep, 10 throws, here's the change. Excellent. Hiya!
The ball ricochets harmlessly off the rim of the metal target, missing the button that dunks the teacher.
I didn't think you had that much trouble in trig. Clearly your anger is affecting your aim. Not all of your struggles in that class were Miss Hariyama's fault, you know.
Oh, shut up! Taunting me will not deter me. Ha!
Another miss. Oh, come on, Natsuki. You have better hand-eye coordination than that.
I cannot be deterred.
Natsuki picks up 3 balls at once.
I don't know if that's the best idea.
Silence! This will work great. Accuracy through volume of fire. Yeah!
None of the balls even come close to the target.
God damn it!
You want some help? I'm usually pretty good at this sort of thing.
Monika, I want you to look me in the eyes right now. Bring it in. Are you looking?
I'm looking.
I will never, ever ask you to throw a ball for me.
4 more misses later.
Yuri, will you throw the ball for me?
Sorry, Natsuki, I don't want to dunk Miss Hirayama.
Fine. Monika, will you throw the ball for me?
What was that about never ever?
I'd be delighted to.
Monika pauses for a moment to feel the weight in her hand and gauge the distance. Then she takes a throwing stance and... hop! The ball lands squarely on target. Miss Hirayama falls into the water.
Sorry, Miss Hirayama, nothing personal. Just had to help a friend.
Of course, Monika, of course. But my goodness, getting out is cold. It's starting to get really chilly at night, isn't it? Can I have a towel or something? Yeah, why don't you go and dry off? We have enough teachers signed up to volunteer, so I think you've done your part. Thank you.
I hope it was worth it, Natsuki. Poor Miss Hirayama.
Totally worth it. Now, what do you guys want to do? We could just stand at this booth and dunk every teacher that comes up, but you guys probably don't want to do that.
I'd like to just walk around a little bit. See how everyone looks at their festival clothes, and just take in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'd be into that. Although Sayori really got my hopes up talking about fried food earlier, so hopefully we'll be able to find some.
I doubt that will be a problem around here. I can smell something hard clogging, probably not 50 feet away from us.
Well, what are we standing around for then? Adventure awaits.
We can't take too long though, it's almost time for fireworks.
Alright, I really want to adapt the whole sacrifice toward RP in a song. Well, I can't help you with that because I am not musically talented. Like, at all.
We got here just in time.
Why do we come all the way over to the roof of the science building? Seems like we would have had a really good view just from the quad.
I think you'll like the view from here even better.
MC and Sayori say anything about running late. It's getting awfully close to the fireworks starting. It wouldn't feel complete for us to watch it without them.
If they end up watching them alone together on some romantic grassy field under the stars, who could blame them?
Yuri's right though. it wouldn't feel the same without the whole club here. We've gone through so much together. And I feel like we're closer than ever after spending so much time together over the summer. I feel weirdly empty in a moment like this that you're supposed to spend with friends.
Sorry everyone, we got a little tied up.
Literally?
No, not literally.
Mostly not literally. We may have made out a little, but that's not why we're a little late.
Gosh, Sayori, why do you have to be so
So far about physical intimacy? I know you're really shy and private about it, and you get embarrassed, and I'm sorry. But first of all, I really want to brag about it to my friends. Second of all, Natsuki lives on stories like this about us, and she would die if I didn't tell her.
I would literally drop dead MC. If I were deprived of the hot, sordid details of your sexy adventures with Sayori, I would wither away. And as I turned to ash, my last whisper would be, make them kiss. You don't know how hard I worked to get to this point with you two? I need to savor it now that I've reached the top of the mountain.
kinda weird, since I thought we got ourselves into a committed relationship. But sure.
And then there was one more reason I'd like to talk about stuff in front of everyone, MC. And that is that you are extremely cute when you get all blushy and shy. Well, glad to know you guys have been having fun, however you've been having it.
You two sure everything's alright? I just feel a little worried for whatever reason. Of course we're alright. It's been a wonderful night out, and we're ready to cap it off with our friends. Fair enough.
Hey, the fireworks are starting. Wow!
Oh my god, the remix! That's a nice little cover there. You know, it's funny.
Hey, no introspection during fireworks?
It's just strange to think of us all here enjoying this together. You know, compared to where we were 1 year ago.
Or 3 years ago, real time.
Whichever.
This is introspection.
I'm grateful.
Me too! It's great to have such good friends.
No, Sayori, I mean, like, I'm thankful.
Oh!
Silly bun.
I guess it is pretty weirdly cool that we're here and having fun together after all that shit.
See, Natsuki, a little introspection doesn't hurt.
You guys have infected me with it.
Well, today I want to be thankful to one person in particular, and that is Monica.
Me?
Yes, you. Without you and Sayori, none of us would be here. And I know you had to do so much work under such strain. But tonight is because of you. It is typical Natsuki. Isn't everything Natsuki does typical Natsuki? She can't be anything other than typical Natsuki. And you never give yourself credit for it.
Well, I mean, I felt like it was the least I could do after everything. Like, giving you back some of what I took from you was the bare minimum, you know? So I don't feel like I deserve that much credit for it at all.
You totally do, though. It was a lot of work, and we know you were super down about it all. But you got through it. Yes, what you did was exceptional. You always downplay it, but I know a bit of coding in our environment now, and it must have been very difficult. So thank you for bringing back the world.
You guys, you're the ones that make it fun. Us watching fireworks together right now is because you all are so nice.
Well, yeah, but we couldn't be nice if we weren't here to begin with. Right, Sayori?
Right, yeah.
You okay there? Too much introspection for you?
Oh no, she's having a hard time keeping it together again. And yes, we got all the fireworks.
Yeah, I don't usually like to,
Introspect.
introspect. Well, thanks everyone. You've made it all worthwhile. Well, that's it. We got to the festival and no one died horribly. So I guess the curse really is broken.
Are we still going to do club tomorrow?
We sure are. I signed a poem last week and everything, remember?
Yes, of course. But just to make sure that my poem, which I've definitely already written, is about the right topic, what was it again?
Autumn.
Right, good. I wrote it about the right thing then.
Did you mean inspect element? Allow me.
Of course. Hey, can we all wear our yukatas to club tomorrow? I don't see why not, any particular reason. Well, they're so fancy and cool looking, it seems like a waste to just wear them the one time and then put them away. Plus, they're fun to wear, I feel pretty. And I would like to see MC in his yukata again tomorrow. Well, far be it from me to stand in the way of that. Yukatas tomorrow it is, if everyone is okay with it.
Quite in favor, I feel very elegant.
It's a bit of a hassle. But Sayori's right, if we're gonna have these fancy clothes, let's get some use out of them.
MC, what about you?
I'm okay with seeing Sayori in a yukata again tomorrow. Thanks, Tord. Thanks for that, for whatever reason.
Alright then, I'm heading home. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all for making tonight so wonderful. Back in the club again. Feels like it's been so long since I've been here. Hopefully no one's messed with the closet during the summer. Wait, hang on a second. This is weird. It's like an echo. Is that, Coda, you like inside my head? You are, aren't you?
Duck? What? I will not duck. Someone is not throwing. Sid! It's been too long. How are you, dude? It has been too long. It really has. Hope you're doing well. How have you been enjoying Spooky Month so far? We're getting very close to the climax of Spooky Month, and I'm still playing, you know, good old classic psychological horror that isn't so much psychological horror anymore as it used to be. Sit stance. But yeah. Hope everyone's doing well. And again, thank you so much for the resub. 18 months. That's 1.5 years already. That's 1.5 years. Like really long. Been so busy, but you know, Halloween party. Ooh. Is it gonna be a proper Halloween party including costumes? It better be including costumes. Man, I haven't gotten into getting into. Yes, there we go. There's the cosplay. You gotta send a picture or something in your Discord. I'm sure I'm not the only one who wants to see how it turned out. Alright, not the only one who wants to see how you look. But anyway. What was I gonna say? Right, I haven't worn a costume in a really, really long time. And, like, properly done, like, my own cosplay, never. Only ever, like, bought, like, very simple costumes online. And I then wore. And that was long ago. I really should get back into it at some point. Because I so highly recommended. Alright. Man, though, man. What's the big ones I'm done? Oh, nice. Can't wait to see. But yeah, I really, one day I'll throw myself back into a costume or something. We'll see when that day comes. I was waiting for them. I gotta finish my costume at some point this week. For Monday. Ooh. And yeah, then you gotta get ready at some point soon-ish. Very soon-ish. This weekend, yeah. Damn my nose! Hate my nose! If you get an error costume, it's the nightmare of all costumes. I mean... And no, I'm not gonna do it right now, okay? But I mean... That was like a part-way change. I can't do the full transition right now because I don't have everything set up. I can't do the full transition. Because otherwise the throw commands and everything would no longer work correctly. But, technically there is some stuff for it. It exists after all. But yeah, you know, man, it's been a while since I did these switches, these switcheroos. Should I at least do something? You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna try to do something. I'm not sure if I can pull it off right now. And this will definitely stall this out a little bit. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around. Ba-dum-ba-da. Do I not have... There it is. Move that here. I'm not gonna do the thing you just saw part of, because setting that up again, kind of a pain. But I might be able to set something else up. So give me a second as I disappear from sight. Just for a moment. Let's see. Imagine not having stuff set up. Is it weird that I just completely disappeared here? Hopefully this won't take too long. Where is the stuff? Is it this one? Okay, let's see. Give it a second. No, it's not working correctly. You know what? I'll do something else. Hang on. We'll do this one again. We haven't seen this one in a while. This would be... There we go. Okay, we'll do this. I'm sorry for this awful delay here, but hopefully everything should work. There we go. I got the despair going. We brought the despair again. How long has it been since we've seen the despair? Probably not as long as some other stuff. But anyway, this was the easiest one to do right now. Yes. Alright, what was going on in chat? Just gonna dress up. Again, I don't really have anything, sadly. But yes. Bunch of nerds. Don't dress up, you get shamed. Ah, of course. You gotta dress up, but is being shamed always that bad? Come on, embrace the despair. Embrace it. Most of my designs look barely like you. Yeah, that's also fair. Halloween party tonight, until next week. I'm rolling in cosplay. Hex girl from Pokemon Emerald, generally witchy. Would probably look really nice again. Those Hex girls are pretty nice, pretty spooky. I just may pull up the Santa outfit for Halloween. Santa on Halloween, huh? Well, ain't that topical. Nightmare Before Christmas much? Although that would be the opposite way around.
This is so strange. Do you feel the nostalgia that I feel looking at this? Can you tell my emotional state? No, you just see words as usual.
Oh, I do. Lost my wig cap? No! Find it! Find it!
Sometimes I forget that, in your own way, your experience of this world is far more limited than even mine.
Hey, Monica!
Oh my thank goodness. that's way less weird. Huh? Don't worry about it. Just a game thing happening. Oh! Hi everyone! Do you need any help setting up, Monica? Just with the emails later on when it's time. But, why aren't you wearing your yukata? I thought you wanted us all to wear them. Well, I had some trouble tying the obi again. Oh, for goodness sake. When Natsuki comes, get her to do it. And ask her to tell you how to tie it this time. I will!
Hey, what's up? MC not here yet?
Not yet, no.
Man, it feels really cozy to be in here again. It's good to be back. Let's do some goddamn literature.
Agreed. Oh, trying to figure something out? Curious. Santa on Halloween, zombie Santa, true, that would make sense. Night of the Working Dead. Oh no.
Wait, Sayori, why aren't you wearing your yukata?
She needs your help tying it again.
Gee, Sayori, okay, come with me to the girls' room.
Hello, Yuri.
Hello, Monica.
How was your sleep last night?
Quite good, thank you. Kind of an odd question though, did you sleep well?
Mostly. I had some weird dreams that I don't remember now. And I was tossing and turning for a little bit when I went to bed. I was still amped up on adrenaline from the festival, hard to sleep with all that energy.
Oh, yes, I understand completely. Hi, ladies! Where's Sayori and Natsuki? They went to go get Sayori into her yukata.
She wanted to look pretty for you.
Yes, so when she gets back, we want to hear lots of compliments from you. I suggest as a few words for you to choose from: dazzling, gorgeous, stunning, or if you're feeling very rakish, ravishing. You guys, stop! Plus, I think those words are more your style than mine, Yuri.
Okay, we're all here.
Yuri looks at MC expectantly. Garza, Yuri look, really pretty.
Thanks, MC. Well, let's kick things off. We're sharing some poems. Who wants to go first?
You guys always let me chicken out and wait until later on. I'll go first this time. Petrichor. Where I live, it doesn't rain in the summer. The sidewalks get hot and dry. That's when you get the best, when they're parched and roasting. The first rain comes just before it gets cold, in one of the last warm days, when it's still hot. And when the rain hits the hot concrete, filled with a summer's spread of dirt and weeds, that's when I go for a walk. And I breathe in and smell it, as rich as it ever gets. The smell of those first few drops of rain on sidewalks, before the it washes away entirely. Not bad at all, MC. I love poems that evoke the less thought of senses, and your poem is very evocative. I love the level of detail you put into setting the scene. It really makes me feel like I know the exact character of the smell you're describing.
I love that smell too. Me and MC always take big whiffs of it when it rains.
Yeah, but right when the summer ends and the pavement's still really hot, that's when it's the best.
It's definitely really good then, but I especially like it when you're near a bunch of trees and grass. That way you get a mix of the wet sidewalk smell and the wet plant smell. That's my favorite.
You guys care a lot about smells? They've never really made that much of an important impact on me, I guess. Maybe I'm just more visual or auditory person.
Smells a great sense though. It's really important for memory, I think. For me anyway, I can see and hear stuff I don't always, and it doesn't always jog my memory. But for some reason, if I smell a smell from 10 years ago, I know it immediately. Very strong poem, MC. You said it's very impressive. You're really becoming a talented poet.
Thanks, Monica. Who's next?
I'll go.
The quest. Outside in the heat, walking, sweating, shielding your eyes. Climb up a stepladder, reach in. Dirty hands, wood, small cuts, messed up hair, splinters. Your arm's not long enough. Reach, almost, almost. Finally. Apples. Worms. Well, damn. That must feel truly awful. Trying so hard to think you succeed, only to then have your success ripped away from you, made meaningless by such a minuscule thing. Really liking that feel of despair coming across in that last line. Ghost Pepper outfit. Forgot about it. Wow. Really bringing in that again, huh?
It's definitely a Natsuki poem. Definitely benefits from those wide spaces. I like how the poem puts us in a particular body that may not be ours. Ours being too short, having us use a stepladder and all that.
Well, it was definitely written from her perspective, though. Not the worms. Well, yes, the worms. I like this one because it kind of plays with your expectations. Like, we all know that a twist is coming. Just from the way the poem is structured and the fact that it's Natsuki. But then she sets you up for the double twist. I love it.
This guy gets it?
It's kinda sad that after all that work, the apples have worms in them. But I guess that's life sometimes. Are you making a point or using this as a metaphor for something? Or is it just apples with worms?
Just apples with worms. I guess you could read into it some big representation of how life is or whatever. But mostly, I was just interested in this single thing happening.
I thought the poem was very cute. It is very much a Natsuki poem, and I don't think it necessarily means anything deeper than the literal meaning. Hers is a Natsuki poem as much as mine is a Yuri poem, probably.
Those from before. When the nights grow long and cold, I feel them all around, watching, listening, with a curious dispassion, with a vague, half-remembered interest, like passing a house you used to live in. They did once, but now I do. Huh.
A little short for a Yuri poem, isn't it? And you've written short ones before, but recently you've gotten really lengthy.
Do you not like the longer ones? Too boring?
I wouldn't say that necessarily. Some of them are longer than they need to be, maybe. But I don't hate a poem just because it's long. I was just saying that it's different from what you've been writing recently is all.
It does remind me a little bit of some of her former work, though. It uses very short sentences and thoughts loosely connected, and you get the feeling that there is a great profundity beneath the surface of the poem. I do like that. It's very short and efficient, and still bears rereading and thought nevertheless. It's always a great goal to pack maximum amount of literary value into the fewest words. That's Monka's writing tip of the day. I think I kinda get how this is about autumn. I'd have to think about it some more.
I'm not sure I get it. What is this poem about, Yuri?
More fun than that, MC, is what you think it's about.
I don't really have any idea. All I get when I read it is just images, like the one of driving by the house you used to live in.
Then I would say for you the poem is about the feeling you have associated with that image.
I see.
So, do you want to go next or shall I? I'll go!
Ford. In the summer, my blanket is small. I need something over me, or I don't sleep at all. When it gets cold, the blankets get thick. You keep warm at night, or else you get sick. But when I awaken, it's hard to arise and leave my warm shield for the frosty outside. My bed is so cozy, it's like a heat fort in the frozen cold ocean, my tropical port. But eventually I have to stand and get up. My cold feet drag, chill seeps in and corrupts. I'd rather just hide in my bubble of warmth than face icy realities and dangerous storms. Welcome back, Sid. Welcome back. I just read a very relatable poem. Should have based the icon on this bugger. On this bugger? Well, up to you in the end what you base what on. But you can't live with regrets. Sometimes you have to live with regrets sometimes. Unless you want to fix that mistake. So, does this poem have a deeper meaning to it?
Maybe, maybe not. Mostly I just wanted to write a poem about getting up in the morning when it's cold, but maybe other feelings seeped in.
This poem is delightful, Sayori. I'm always surprised at how consistently well you write. I mean, I feel like I write good poems some of the time, but I have lots of less good ones too. but it seems like all of yours are good.
Yeah, so Yuri, stop being so good at poetry, jeez. I agree with Yuri, top-notch stuff.
Another thing that's consistent, mostly about Sayori's poetry, is the tone. Do you ever try to write poems that aren't bittersweet, Sayori? Not really, I guess. Mostly because I don't try to write them that way in the first place. I just write what I want to write, and guess it turns out the same way a lot. Well, I wouldn't say the same way. Just the way poems make you feel is very similar. Anyway, time for me to finish off our round of poems.
The fall of autumn. The days have fallen away like leaves, torn from their homes by wind and time. I smile sadly at the fall of a golden leaf. The next day, only the stem is still there. Someone must have crushed it underfoot, but not me. Winter is death's season, but autumn is the season of dying. Nearly as bad, but people don't see it that way. They come from miles around to see the dying. The golden red beauty of fresh corpses, but not me. The leaves fall with the speed of days. A life is like a tree branch, once rich and filled, now barren and sparse. The leaves all gone, the days spent. That's how it has to be, they say, but not me. Maybe someday beauty will remain in life, and we will forget the sweet pain of celebrating annual extinction, inevitable suffering, and people will one day live forever, in a world of infinite order and life. But not me. Call the Space Lesson 101 date. Well, that's an interesting name. Too bad it'll never get to that point where I can get a date. Especially a one-on-one one. I will never... I am apparently just not designed for romance, and you know what? If that is how it's going to be, I will embrace it. If that is how if I'm gonna stay single for the rest of my life, I will embrace that despair to the fullest. Because isn't despair what we should all be about?
Hey, it's a Santa Monica poem which isn't about the real world. I usually really like it when you write those, but this one I really like. I thought you might like it, Sayori. I do. I think it's interesting the way you see the world, Monica.
It seems kind of distressing to me. You're really upset by the process that are totally natural. Sometimes it seems to me that the only reason death seems bad to us is because we've infected it with so much human expectation. I don't think there's anything wrong with the natural world that humans haven't put there.
Whereas I think there's very little about the natural world that can and shouldn't be improved on.
Poem's pretty good, Monica. It has that classic Monica line repetition device. And like, I think this is one of the longer ones you've ever written. But it doesn't feel like it. It goes by very quickly and easily, I guess is how I'd put it.
Yeah, it's very readable. The first line is really pretty and it keeps reeling you in from there. And by the second verse, you're like, oh crap, Monica's going off. So the poem definitely keeps you interested.
Thanks, everyone. We didn't really plan on any other activities for today, so we just want to answer a few of our real-world emails. Yay, emails! I'll go set up the first one! Everyone out there in the real world, don't forget that we answer emails from your reality, which we can access through the internet. You can email me at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com. We try to answer as many of your emails as we can, live, but you'll always get a response from me at least. Just give us a second to finish setting up.
Alright, here come the emails.
Okay, Sayori, hit it.
Monica, do you remember when you guys made up a story together and it was weirdly focused on divers? It was because Sayori said you had something about diver tease men? What the heck are you talking about, lol? Oh no!
Oh, Sayori, what did you tell everyone? Well, it's been a long time, so I don't remember exactly. But it was something like you were playing a lot of music because it was your only diver tease men. In these trying times. It's divertisement. Divertissement. It's French. Divertissement. It means something like diversion. I was saying that playing music was the only pleasant distraction I had going.
Well, maybe you should also look into getting some divermen to tease you. That would probably be pretty distracting.
Yes, let's just move on to the next email question answered.
First email of the year was pretty embarrassing for you, wasn't it, Monica?
French! It was the French. Oh no, what ended up happening to the pen? Not Monica's pen, but you know, that pen. Okay, I think Yuri treated that pen like a word that starts the same but has an extra I and S at the end. Isn't that right, Yuri? Does remembering this incident make you feel despair? Ah, man, I sure hope so.
Well, how quickly karma claims another victim.
Haha, looks like it's not just Monica who gets an embarrassing question to start the year.
Well, I still have that pen, not because I'm still obsessed with it. It just seemed like it would be a little awkward to offer it back to MC at this point.
Yeah, that would be pretty awkward now.
Really, I should probably just throw it away. I don't know why I haven't already. Mostly I think I just forgot about it after everything that happened.
Just out of morbid curiosity. Where is it right now? Well, you're gonna regret asking that question, potentially. Is it still in there, Yuri? I mean, I would take Monica's pen, but that is another topic for another day. Damn, okay.
I'm not sure, actually, I'd have to think about it. Let's see. Obviously, I knew where it was at one point during the regular game. I think I remember putting it back into my purse after that, and I didn't take it out again before stabbing myself to death. After the world was reconstituted, everything stayed where it was before. I know I've tried to reorganize my purse a few times since then. I remember now. It's in my desk pull-out drawer at home. I was going through my purse and pulled out that pen. I think I initially did intend to give it back to MC, but then I thought about it for more than 3 seconds and realized that would be a bad idea. I've been sitting there. It's been sitting there ever since. Obviously, MC, I'm happy to give it back or throw it out or whatever you'd like.
Well, I'm certainly not going to ask for it back now.
I'll probably throw it out then. A chapter of history that is best forgotten. Shall we move on to the next one?
But I want to relish in this a little bit more. Average pair enjoyer? What? Each member of the club should have the others tell them their D&D alignments, like lawful evil or whatever.
Oh, this is a fun one. Who should we start with?
Oh, so we're going to discuss you first, Monica. You're sort of the hardest one.
I've always thought of myself.
The person under discussion doesn't get to talk.
Or myself as being.
First of all, Yuri, do you know what we're talking about here?
I am familiar with the details of traditional tabletop pen and paper RPG alignment systems.
Why does that not surprise me at all? It's hard to tell with Monica. She switches all around on good-evil spectrum, you know? I think I'll go for lawful evil. I'm not saying she's evil now or anything, but she's definitely the designed villain in our group, right?
I agree. I think that Monica is lawful good. I disagree. I think that Monica's lawful good. Maybe at some point she was something different, but she's most certainly lawful good now.
Oh yeah, right. The wordplay. Man, now you're making me feel despair. Which is nice. Keep doing that, my friend. I had to do something, now I stay for eternity. What the hell happened? Well, we were arguing, some people in chat were talking about costumes, and I was like, should I change things up a little bit for Spooky Month? Since Spooky Month is approaching its end, I thought, why wouldn't I bring back the despair for a little bit, just for the sake of it? And I don't see anyone complaining about it, so I haven't switched back really. I mean, why, you know, girl would probably not do a lot. I would just switch back to regular Coach-on mode in that case. Because sadly at this point, no despair Ko-chan exists. So there's really not much that could happen in that department. I agree that Monika's definitely lawful, and the problem is figuring out the other spectrum. So I guess I'll split the difference and say she's lawful neutral. What do you think, Sayori?
I think Monika's lawful good, but I think she'd rather be lawful neutral. Alright, Natsuki next, I say chaotic evil.
You're only saying that because you're the one who has to clean up her chaos a lot of the time. I say she's chaotic good.
Chaotic neutral.
I agree, chaotic neutral.
Now, Yuri, she's something more scary than being chaotic or evil. She's true neutral. The most terrifying of all alignments.
Agreed.
Agreed. And I have to agree too, true neutral. Yuri's ideology tends to be that she's anti-ideologies.
I'm proud to be neutral, and glad that everyone got it right. I think that MC is neutral good.
Yep, neutral good.
I agree with my distinguished colleagues.
Damn it! Why is my nose killing me? Does it know that I am into the despair right now? Maybe it knows. Maybe it knows. Ah, that cringe. That cringe sit, Steve. That's the good stuff.
I think MC is lawful good.
Sayori probably thinks of MC that way because he brings order to her chaotic world. For Sayori herself, it's chaotic good.
No, she's neutral good.
She definitely drifts between those two. I think overall, I'll say chaotic good. I like her better that way.
That's because you are chaotic. I think I'd have to say Sayori's neutral good, but she's obviously good no matter which way you slice it. Interesting question. Next one, please, Sayori.
MC, were you aware of your world when you were who people played as? Seriously wondering, Joshua.
That's for you, MC.
No, I have no idea at all about you guys until I got pulled back into reality when they made me club president. Until then, I thought everything was normal. And then once I was club president, I learned everything all at once, including all possible choices and routes I could have taken. But personally, I like to think of one possible route for the game as the one I would have done, if I had really been in control of my own actions. Because of course I would have pursued Sayori, and told her I loved her, because I do.
And who would you have chosen between me and Yuri?
Hey, no, we talked about this during the Truth or Dare. That must always remain a secret.
And I guess that part is remaining a secret. Hopefully that answers your question, Joshua. Ready for the next one, Monica? Have you heard of this indie game called Helltaker? Do any of you have a favorite or identify with any of the characters? Thanks again for entertaining shenanigans in the Literature Club. Yes. Fast Internet's still not here? Man, everyone is sharing their very despairing stories today. I wonder if there's a way I can make it worse for you.
Yes, we've heard quite a few Helltaker-related questions, actually. Roll call answers, everyone. Who's your favorite or who do you identify with from Helltaker? I really like Azazel. She's super nice and gets along well with everyone, even though she's really different.
Melina's my Helltaker waifu because she shares my love of turn-based strategy games. I also agree that Melina is probably best Helltaker waifu. Right? Right. I think everyone agrees with Melina on this. It's spoopy day. It do be spoopy. Very spoopy. Just the way we like it. Also, spooky, good time to talk about a demon game, right? Although, of course, she could never replace Sayori.
I know all you nerds are waiting for me to pick Melina too, because you all think I'm going to have some kind of tsundere kinship with her or whatever. But screw you, because Justice is the best. Because she's awesome.
I've not played the game, but I've seen the others play it and talk about it incessantly about a month or two ago. And that may open me up to at least one obvious character criticism. I do like Monius the best. Because whatever else may be true of her, she has excellent taste in apparel, and she also is an avid reader.
And I, for obvious reasons, empathize with Beelzebub. Although I also have a lot in common with Pandemonica, including her name. And there you have it, next question.
I like Justice. I mean, Justice is a very good character, I have to agree. The Helltaker waifus are obviously really amazing. Like, no doubt about it. But Judgment, though. You know, it is kind of surprising that nobody mentioned Judgment in this at all. If we're truly going off of awesome rating, then Judgment should definitely be up there too. And she has that soft side as well, underneath all the hardened exterior. Hello again, everyone. Thanks for answering our previous email about having babies. You guys are really cool. I have two semi-related questions for you. First is mostly for Sayori and MC, because they stated that they would like to get married. But anyone can answer if they also want to get married to a special boy or girl one day. What kind of wedding would you have? Traditional European / Western, traditional Japanese? How many guests could you feasibly invite, and who would be MC's best man? If you even go down that route. I have a feeling that it may be the best day of your life if you do that. I'm not engaged yet, but I dream about my wedding sometimes. Either way, if you don't get married, Sayori is very lucky to have MC and vice versa. My second question is slightly related because weddings can be expensive, but this question is for everyone. If you had to make money in a secondary way, i.e. not your career, how would you do it? I wanted to try being an author, but I have a feeling a lot of my stories will either be too sappy / romantic or too dark. And I've done lewd things for money before, but I want to do something more wholesome. Oh, aren't lewd things already wholesome? Really letting that cringe sink in right there. Anyway, thanks for being here with thanks for being here for everyone watching. You five are truly lighting to everyone, and our lives are richer from your existing and being happy. Chaka.
Oh, hi again, Chaka.
Justice for me is a little definition of awesome. My favorite is Lucifer. Ooh, picking the main girl basically, huh? Good choice, I guess, but can you make pancakes? Because otherwise, I'm not sure Lucifer would be satisfied. Or any of them, really. Marry someone if they wrote a legally binding agreement that we split up all of my things. Stay with me. Signed. Yeah, my brain. Who needs a brain anyway? It's overrated.
I guess I should give you guys a minute to read this before we, block it. I guess I haven't really thought about that kind of detail yet.
Basically, everyone over here gets Western-style weddings. It's very fashionable to do that. So we probably go with that.
I'm not sure who we'd invite, besides family and the literature club. Neither of us have too many friends. MC doesn't even have that many guy friends, right?
I have some, but we kind of drifted apart the last couple of years. We're not that close anymore, although we're still friends. Honestly, if it were allowed, I'd probably have Natsuki be the best woman or something.
Who says that's not allowed? Sign me up, especially if I get to wear a badass tuxedo.
Well, developers of this mod, now you've opened yourself up to something. You already know that a lot of people are gonna be requesting to see sprites of Natsuki in a tuxedo. So get on that right this instant. Because I also want to see that now. But we probably won't. And that is very disappointing. Tricky for money. Have many things in common with Lucifer. I love for chocolate. I mean, it's fair. It is fair. Chocolate is good. I just can't eat too much of this stuff usually. Because of lactose and shiz. Well, I guess that's settled then. As to your other question about a side career, I'm not really sure. Mostly because I'm not sure about a main career yet. But I guess I'll be a stereotype and say I'd love to do something in the gaming industry. Like review, or test, or stream. MC, become a streamer, let's collab! What about you, Sayori?
I want to arrange flowers. Right now, anyway. I'd probably change my mind after a while. But right now, I'd want to arrange flowers. It seems like a nice way to pass the time and do something pretty. Now the rest of you go.
I could be like MC and say I wanted to be an epic gamer. Probably an esports professional in my case. but probably baking would end up being my side hustle, unless it turned out to be my main hustle. That would be awesome. In that case, I'm not sure what I'd do on top. Probably some nerdy thing on the internet, like be a YouTuber or something. Natsuki, do that and let's collab. Especially since I have so much starting popularity.
I actually have a job like this right now. I can log on whenever I want to do it. Doesn't pay very well, but it's a good job. People with visual disabilities download this app and they take pictures with their phone of labels and stuff. And you type out descriptions of what they're looking at, reading the fine print on labels, that kind of thing. It's really nice to be able to help people that way.
Like you, Chuck, I would probably want to write. And like you, I sincerely doubt that I would actually be able to succeed. I'm not sure my writing would be appreciated by a general audience either. And that's what would most be needed for commercial success, but I might still try it.
That's probably enough emails.
Alright, let's catch up with chat again. Do anything for chocolate, I mean anything, even if I'm lactose intolerant. Again, it's not like I don't eat it at all. I just have some restraint. Even though I probably shouldn't have restraint. Maybe I should just go all in. So what if I suffer for the rest of the day? So what? I get that temporary joy and I can enjoy that suffering in my own way. Yes? Alright.
Okay, everyone. We didn't really have anything else planned for today, but let's use this time to set up some activities for future meetings. I want to keep reading poems. I want to keep doing poems. I think everyone agrees with you there.
Definitely, let's keep answering real-world emails too, that's hella fun.
Yes, and I'd like for us to make more mods again this semester, assuming everyone's up for it, of course.
Oh, and it was pretty fun when we all got to take turns deciding what to do for with the club's free time. I'd love to try doing that again. Maybe you could take a turn this time, Monica.
Well, I think with all these suggestions, we've got plenty to do going forward. No one has to make a mod because that's hard, but if you're interested, bring your ideas next week. Definitely still poems. But next week, let's have the theme be about a school subject. Maybe that's kind of boring. I'll think of a better one for the week after. I do like us pulling names from our hat for free time too. We'll start doing that again next week, so make sure you have an activity ready.
And we're still going to do emails, right?
Yes, Natsuki, we're still gonna do emails. And with that, club is adjourned. Come on, Natsuki, let's go get changed out of these, and then I'll drive you home if you want. Yuri, you wanna walk home with us again?
I'd be delighted, but maybe not in Ayukata.
Yeah, definitely not. Getting too cold. Let's go change and then we'll meet out by the front. Well, that was pretty fun today. That was a pretty fun day.
I'm really glad you had fun at our first week back in the club. Want me to come over today?
Nah, I've got to do homework. And you're much too distracting.
You're so disciplined, Sayori, and you too, MC. Only the first week of school and already working so hard, the both of you.
Well, we've got to get into the habit of actually doing schoolwork early, I guess. If we just spend all our time together, our grades will probably tank.
You don't have to do it by working too hard.
How does that even work, your grades tanking? You're repeating the same year over and over again. Like, you couldn't get that much worse, right? Unless you're picking different subjects every time.
Don't do it by working too hard, and make sure to make plenty of time for each other.
Man, everyone's still acting kind of weird about us going out.
They're just excited is all.
You think so? I guess that makes sense. There's kind of a lot of drama, wasn't there?
A little. I think they're pretty eager to make sure we stay happy and together. But that's fine with me, because so am I.
Me too.
On the meeting, I wasn't active the whole time. How many poems? Well, one for each character.
Did you want to come over and talk about stuff like we discussed?
Sure, let me finish with Sayori. Oh, he's gonna finish with Sayori. Oh. What were you up to?
Alright, well, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess.
Of course. The two of them just stare at each other. It's kind of hard to leave.
I know what you mean. Or maybe not. It's hard to leave for you because you're afraid of me being alone. Do I make you worry?
Well, I want to be an honest boyfriend with you. So in part, yes, I'm still a little afraid of leaving you alone. But, mostly it's just because I want to be near you all the time. Because I like the way I feel when I'm around you.
Me too, I'm glad, MC. But you know,
I know you'd rather I not worry about you at all. I'm trying hard. And I'll try not to worry about you at all tonight. Just, if you feel bad or you need me to be there, just get in touch, okay? Doesn't matter what time it is, just let me know and I'll be there.
okay.
MC, welcome. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. Let me get some incense going.
Ha, is that really necessary?
Well, yes, it might help, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. Is it gonna be Jasmine again?
Let me just find a lighter.
Man, I haven't been in here in a while.
Not since the week I was sick, no. But you're very welcome back. There you go. Now. You wanted some advice about Sayori?
Yeah, I've just been having trouble talking to her about a few things. I'm not sure I'm always great at understanding what's on her mind.
Well, I'm not sure why you think I'd be any better at figuring out what she's thinking, but I'll do what I can. What do you want to start with?
Here.
A poem from today?
MC nods. Yuri takes the poem and rereads it. Yeah, we read it already.
What exactly about her poem?
Well, I'd like some help understanding it. Not just the imagery or the literary side. But maybe what Sayori's thinking, or trying to represent with this poem. I know you usually ask me to say what it represents to me. But yeah, I'd really like to know what it represents to her. I know it means something important, but I can't quite put my finger on what.
Well, obviously it's both literal and figurative for her. On the one hand, she obviously doesn't like to get out of bed when it's cold, who does? But on the other hand, the bed and cold are a metaphor for something.
Yeah, but what?
It's hard to say without knowing more, but let's think about the analogy itself. Getting out of a bed on a cold day. Something you'd rather not do. Something where you'd be far more comfortable staying with where you are, but something you know you have to do despite how uncomfortable it is. No matter how badly you want to stay in the warm bed, you do have to get up and go into the cold, that's the point.
Well, positive thinking would be she's trying to think about maybe seeing a therapist. Negative thinking is she feels very happy having MC care about her, but she's still worried that he's wasting his life on her, and she wants to end it all again. Who knows? Anyway, kisses Sayori, saves her from suicide. Might be doing 1.5. I don't know. We'll see.
Something coming to mind?
Maybe. I've been trying to talk to her recently about her depression, and trying to get her to get some help for it, like always, but she always changes the subject or puts it off for another day.
And what do you do in response?
Well, mostly I let her do so and tell her I'll bring it up again later. I try to be persistent, but in a gentle sort of way. I'm not sure what else to do other than keep bringing it up.
Well, I think that's good for a start. But you need to remember something important about Sayori. She won't do something like this because you think it will be good for her. She's motivated much more by the happiness of others.
You're saying I need to make it about me? Yuri nods. It seems kind of manipulative to spin it that way, though.
Well, I'm not sure that manipulative is the word I'd use. For one thing, it's true. You really would be benefited by her seeking help and getting better, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true.
Plus, you're doing this for her, really, to help her. I'm not sure it's fair to say that would be a manipulation.
Alright, Rob, see you in a second. Maybe. I just wish there was a more honest way. Something where she would just... Hang on, she's texting me.
Help! Now, please!
I've gotta go, like, right now. On my way now, 10 minutes. Thanks for your help, Yuri. I'll see you soon.
I hope everything's alright. Will you let me know if everything's okay?
I will. And thanks, Yuri. You've been really helpful. Night, Yuri, and thanks again.
Good night, MC, and good luck.
Right in the darkness. You know what you should do?
Please shut up!
No. And not like I was saying, or more accurately like you were thinking. Because you can't control yourself. What you should do is smear a bunch of poisons on your lips. Because that would be far faster and more merciful way of ruining MC's life than what you're doing now.
I would never do that to MC!
Of course not, and you shouldn't, because he's actually worth something. The point is what you're doing now is just a cruel way of doing the same thing. So you should stop. And then kill yourself. Like you were going to before you chickened out.
I did not chicken out.
Oh, so you were just stupid then.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. MC, is that you?
Yeah. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Man, it's dark in here. Are you in bed?
No.
Gosh, let me turn on a light.
Hi, MC.
Sayori, remember what I said yesterday? You don't have to pretend to be happy around me. It's okay.
But I want you to be happy.
It won't make me happy for you to wear yourself out trying to put a bright face on things, little bun. What would make me happy? What makes me happy is being able to... What makes me happy is being able to someone you can lean on. Ooh, Mr. Word in there, my friends. It makes me feel good when you're able to let your guard down around me and just be how you are. It worries me when you spend all your strength on pretending to be happy with me. So again, just don't try to mask it around me. I can't fix all your problems, but I'm happy to just be with you when you're sad. Or anytime, really. I just like being with you, no matter what.
I don't deserve someone so nice.
Yes, you do. Don't worry, I'll stay here tonight if you want. 1 hour later. Sayori's in bed. MC's curled up tensely on the floor next to the bed, almost like he's an overprotective dog. So awake?
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little sleepy though.
Do you know what would make me the most happy?
No, what is it?
If you'd get some help for your problem.
I don't want help.
I know. But I want you to have help. You don't need to do this. If it's something you don't want to do, just think of it as me asking you for a favor. Something selfish. For me. That I want for myself. I don't want you to do it if it hurt you. It would make me really happy if you did.
Why?
Don't tell her you'd feel less bad about her suffering. She'd catastrophize the fact that you felt bad at all. I'll bring my worthlessness with me to my grave, won't we all? Gotta frame it differently. I'd just be really happy to know that you were.
I see.
We don't have to talk about it anymore. I know you don't like to.
Yeah, but I've been putting it off.
Yeah. But I've said all I've wanted to say. So I don't need to talk about it anymore, I think. Let's just get some sleep.
Okay. MC,
Yeah?
I'm glad that me fighting my depression makes you happy.
Of course it does. And yes, the manipulation to manipulate. That's all for now. Be sure to email Monica your questions for the club at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com, where special thanks to Cywaves, aka the Mighty Artbot, for the Yukata sprites, and to Jacob Stakes for the CG of MC and Sayori. Credits due to the motionarray.com for the fireworks BG, and to Leo DiCaprio for the jazz arrangement of the main theme. All other non-stock backgrounds new to this episode are by Minical. Thanks for watching Club Meeting Season 2 and welcome back. Oh, we're not done yet. There's still another episode. See you next time. See you right now. Season 2 episodes, immediately into episode 14. Miss Ida investigates the club. MC tries to convince Sayori to do therapy. Begin. Rob, you can become a technician. You're not worthless. Not yet. Is this from Miss Ida's perspective?
Another fine school day. Let's see, what's on the agenda for today? Yes, we're still in the history portion. Lavoisier and Mendeleev, splendid. And let's see, I have a couple of office meetings. I have to start doing faculty advisor guidance meetings with my assigned seniors. Rie, Kenzo, Masato. I'll probably just get in touch with them and ask them when they want to meet later on. Looks like I have enough on my plate today. Wait, I also have an after-school meeting. Alright, I made an appointment myself. That should be an interesting one, but enough planning. It's time to get to it. For science!
And so, policy pamphlets will have to go home with students. Make sure your class agenda has the download available also. Before the science, that just has to be the bureaucracy. Seems counterproductive sometimes. Every moment we spend in here is a moment we're not spending teaching. Is all this administration stuff really worth it?
Lesson plan approvals have all been done now, correct?
Mr. Tsuji, the only other teacher who handles my subject. He knows the material like the back of his hand, been teaching for 25 years. I think every single one of his classes has probably had the same experience. I don't think he's changed his lesson plan once in those 25 years. It's hard to imagine not personalizing lessons to the students you have. I've listened my own quotes for science CLC meeting. The same episode? No, it's episode 14. We're on episode 14. Doki Doki Science Club. No, not the other one. It's the Science Club. Unless you want it to be something else. Yes. Not to yeah. Does he care about his students? I mean, obviously he teaches the subject material, but that's not the same. I don't think I've once seen him taking an interest in his students' lives. Or trying to help them outside the classroom. I guess every teacher has a different style. But I've always thought you have a greater responsibility as a teacher, especially a high school teacher. We're not just here to give students information, we're here to help them develop and grow as people. We're responsible for them eventually thriving, or not, out in the real world. Man, the time is really starting to drag. I have real work to do. I have a bunch of kids whose names I need to memorize. Let me out!
And second period is about to begin, so let's get to it. Thanks for coming and have a great year, everyone.
There was nothing in that meeting that could have just been emailed. And so people started noticing some weird patterns, like sodium and potassium both bond with chlorine. And they form hydroxides with water, and both, small number of liquid is poured over very small chunks of metal. A loud hissing bang echoes through the room and a small burst of fire can be seen. The class resounds with a chorus of students going, "Whoa!" Students during a lesson let me out, yep, same thing. Both are extremely dangerously reactive when in their elemental form. Fortunately, I teach a subject that's really easy to keep everyone interested in. Obviously, there are still a lot of tables and textbooks. But it's pretty simple to keep interest and attention high with demonstrations, mostly because science is just inherently cool. And my science can trivially produce explosions. Completely safe educational explosions, which I do not go out of my way to do because I am not a closet pyromaniac. And then once you have them hooked for a bit, you get them into the meat of the subject. So today we're going to answer the question of why is it that sodium and potassium both blow up when you pour water on them? Why are they so similar in so many ways? It helps that what I teach is one of the most beautiful, wonderful ideas in science, the mystery of matter, how the whole world works, and hopefully that's enough to keep the students interested in learning through the semester. And if I'm lucky, maybe a few students take a lasting love for the subject with them. She's gotta do Megumin cosplay with that experiment. Maybe she does have to do the Megumin cosplay. Wouldn't that be something? Miss Ida? So, only the one piece of homework. It'll take about only 10 or 15 minutes tops. Homework is important because it keeps the mind receptive to the material throughout the day, but should be used to reinforce, not to teach in the first instance. And if you do too much of it, you'll just kill interest and give the students an aversion to the topic. Mustn't forget I have business after class is over. That's all, I'll let you guys go a couple minutes early. The class starts to shuffle out of the room. Oh, about Kenzo, we need to take care of something really quick.
Sure, what is it?
We need to get our advisory guidance meeting, or whatever it's called, out of the way. As far as I'm concerned, you can just pick any time. Preferably immediately after this class, but I'll work with your schedule.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Not this weekend, still kinda hectic with all the classes getting things started, but maybe next week sometime.
Sounds good. Oh, and be sure to do that homework puzzle I gave you. Next week we talk about electrons, which is an awesome topic. But you've got to make sure you finish that puzzle so you can be ready for it. Don't worry, I'll get it done. You sure are the most enthusiastic teacher I've ever had, I'll give you that. See you next class. Enthusiastic, maybe. I guess that's one way to put it. Is that how my students see me? Enthusiastic. She has sprites now! She has sprites now. She has fully become an important character. Alright, now that I can actually see her, maybe I can tailor my voice a little bit more. And not the cranky voice I did before. That seems kind of stupid. I don't know what kind of voice to do. I've kind of exhausted my repertoire. So what do? What do? Medium booba, medium is premium. Homework puzzle. Explosions, yes.
Is that how my students see me? Enthusiastic? Well, better that than annoying, I guess. Time for another faculty meeting. At least those will be mostly over by the after this week. Huh. Well, I guess I should...
The game is on Miss Ida. It's me, by the way. Oh,
it's me, by the way. You know, the omniscient god queen who rules this world? Just kidding. He's not tedious, hang on. Do me a favor if you can.
Probably good. Good voice. The question is if I can keep it up.
Do me a favor if you can. If she does assess or thinks stuff related to literature club, do you think you can remember? I'd like to know. Only if you get the chance to observe, of course. I read that she's still trying to get to the bottom of everything, which we would all rather she do not. For her own good more than for ours. Anyway, see you soon, I hope.
And default, let's go back to the narrator. Alright, let's see if I still got it.
Time to go.
I think I might have switched it around a bit. It's hard because I'm trying a different voice and having to remember that is gonna be a challenge. I'm still struggling on Monica's and I do that all the time. Yuri is happily eating her usual lunch. She's also, as usual, reading a book while eating.
What you reading, nerd?
Was the same, do not worry, alright.
Natsuki, what a pleasant surprise. I was just reading the log from the Sea of Cortez by John Steinbeck.
Another book about the ocean, huh?
Not even going to tease me about being a nerd.
No, I don't really feel like it.
Oh. Well, yes, it's another book about the ocean. I've been a little obsessed with the topic since our trip to the aquarium. I would talk about it more, but I don't want to do that thing where I go on and bore you. How are you, Natsuki?
So tired I made donut.
Are you feeling alright today?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just a little more tired than usual, maybe. Takes a while for me to get back into my normal sleep schedule after summer ends.
Is your summer sleep schedule all that different?
Oh yeah. Usually I go to bed like around 10 p.m. But during the summer I just do whatever and end up in bed by 11:45 sometimes.
Natsuki, Natsuki, those are rookie numbers. Those are absolute rookie numbers.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild stuff.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Only a little.
Well, yeah, I still have to go to bed reasonably early, even in the summer house rules. I don't even really do anything that crazy. A lot of the nights I just spend talking on the phone with my sister.
How's she doing? I haven't heard about her life from you recently.
I haven't heard about her at all, I think.
Well, you know, her junior year went really well, and she's really looking forward to her junior year.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, but she seems like she's doing really well. She has a lot of friends. Plus, she gets to stay up as long as she wants, and drink alcohol, and do who knows what other kinds of college debauchery.
I detect jealousy, maybe a little envious that your debauchery opportunities are limited. No wonder you're still smoking. It's the only way to barely touch that life of self-destructive, hedonistic vice. So, What brings you far from your golden throne amongst the popular girls? What business could you possibly have of the most isolated outcast in the school? Okay, I'm sorry to get concerned. There's no banter at all coming back. Are you sure you're alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I actually came up here to get a break from all of them. They're getting to be a little bit too much today. I can't believe he's single. You should ask him out, Ikuko. I know you have a thing for him.
I could never do that. As soon as I walked up to him, my brain would turn off and I'd just start blabbering nonsense.
Well, that's nothing that can be fixed by Natsuki-senpai. You just need practice.
Yeah, and anyway, you couldn't do worse than Hana did last year. Remember that? She couldn't show her face for a week. Oh my god, I remember that. It was so gross.
The bathroom resounds with harsh laughter.
I'm gonna take a smoke break. Catch you guys later.
Bye, Natsuki.
Have is done and in Discord. Might have to take a look though, that was quick work. Though I guess you've been working on that for a while and just need a name.
Gosh, are they always like that?
Not always. They just have a habit of coming back to that kind of thing now and again. It's irritating. I don't see why they always have to talk down on people. I wish we could just be silly and gossip about fun stuff, or at least only tear down people who deserve it.
Yeah, but who decides when someone deserves it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. That's just the way people are. Many of them are just compelled to define themselves by thinking they're better than others. It's distasteful, but that's the vast majority of human beings for you. But then look at me, talking down on a group of people who aren't present. Even I'm not exempt.
Don't be like that. I think you're a way cooler person than any of those girls. I don't think I've ever heard you really talk shit about anyone. Except for me, of course, back during the week of the festival.
You know I didn't mean all that, right? There was just everything else happening. Really, the best friend I've ever had.
And now you made Natsuki blush, how dare you?
Well, yeah, you're mine too. Feels kind of weird saying that. Like we weren't supposed to acknowledge it or something. But I'm glad. It's really nice having you as a friend, Yuri.
Alright, enough of this. It's starting to get weird. I'm not used to you being so sincerely nice for so long. You need to make some snarky comment to restore the balance.
Well, I would, but I need to return to my golden throne. My adoring fans require my presence. How is that? To be honest, I kind of wanted to hear your long, boring speech about the ocean.
Well, it kind of ruins the effect if you're so nice to me afterwards. But still pretty good, I'd say.
I probably should go back down. It's been about the length of a smoke break. And despite their faults, they're actually pretty fun to hang out with most of the time. See you at the club today?
Oh, of course.
Sassy baka, I know you meant every single word of it. Of what exactly? Every single word of everything? It's really fun to eat in the lunchroom with you. I'm seeing Sayori giggle and briefly hold hands. Many of the other students stare and point it out to each other.
Everyone's looking at us. Aren't you a little bit embarrassed?
Nah, not really. Like I said, I like sitting out here with you. I mean, spending a lot of time with just you and me over the summer was a lot of fun. But this is kind of novel, isn't it? I think it's kind of fun. It's just nice to be out in public with you, I guess. And to have everyone know that we're together. Don't you think?
I'm really glad for everyone to know we're together. It makes me feel really excited. And I don't know, proud I guess. Like, look at me, I managed to land the best guy ever. How did the worst girl in the world manage that? Anyway, yeah, I like that people know. I just wish they wouldn't point and stare. It makes me feel nervous. Anything okay, MC?
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
What, that things make me feel nervous? I think you might be disappointed. I get nervous pretty easily.
You know that's not what I meant. I mean, I wish you wouldn't say things like you're the worst girl in the world.
And again, why not? I mean, it's just how I feel, and I don't mind. I'm happy with it as long as you're happy with it.
I'm not happy with it, though. Not because I think you are bad in any way, but because you think you are.
But why would that upset you? It's just dumb old Sayori feeling dumb Sayori things. As long as I don't do things that affect you, it's alright, isn't it?
Well, first, I should say that it's always alright, no matter what. There's nothing you could say or do or be that wouldn't make me happy to be with you, always. But when it comes to you saying and feeling all those bad things about yourself, yeah, it makes me feel bad. Now, don't freak out, let me explain. I know it's a terrible fear for you to feel like you're making anyone feel bad in any way. But just bear with me. I love you, Sayori. And that means I empathize with you. When you feel bad, I feel bad. All I ever want is to have you be genuinely happy and warm inside. But when you hurt, I hurt too. That's not your fault, or something wrong with you, or something you should feel ashamed about. That's just how I feel. And it's not something you can fix in me by trying to remove yourself from my life either. Because that just makes me feel even worse. Especially because I know that you'd be really unhappy about it. Is any of this making sense?
I'm trying to listen to it for what you're saying, and not what I'm afraid it means. Because most of my brain is just screaming that I am the cause of something unpleasant to you, and I need to make it stop by any means necessary.
I know. But the reason I tell you is that I want you to be okay with it. Still staying? I mean, it's DDLC. I know you're staying. I wonder how long I can make you stay. I wonder how much sleep I can make you miss. I wonder how incredibly tired I can make you feel. I wonder if that's gonna be an unpleasant experience for you in the end. There are no relationships where the people don't occasionally cause each other problems. I'm definitely going to be the source of plenty of problems for you. So I don't know. I guess I'm hoping that you can be okay with the idea that I'll feel bad for you. That as long as you keep hating yourself, it'll cause me pain. I'm not saying you have to fix it. Just that we should be okay with that and not let it ruin the happiness we do have, you know?
But
Sayori looks quickly around the room and takes a deep breath, then continues in a calmer voice.
But I don't want you to cause you pain. I feel like that's rational, whether I'm depressed or not, isn't it?
Of course it is. The point is I love you completely, and causing pain or not doesn't matter to that. Just know that as long as you feel bad about yourself, I'll be there feeling bad with you. And that's because I love you. I can't help it. Just like you can't help it. So my suggestion is that we just learn to live with the things we can't help. And be as happy as we can. Anyway, I'm going to start heading to class. We'll talk more about this later if you want. Just don't ever doubt that I love you. The best sweet cinnamon bun. MC plants a kiss on Sawyer's forehead, then leaves. A few people in the cafeteria can be heard saying, "Aw."
Man, just giving into despair it was a lot less complicated than this.
I know, right? Isn't it? Isn't it a lot less complicated to just give in to despair? Shouldn't we all just give in to despair? Wouldn't that be the best? Yes, it would be. Chloe go insane and eventually kill Sayori. Missing sleep won't be that bad. Why would MC kill Sayori? What kind of mod did you play? CodeErr barely know her. Barely.
And a lot less effort. I need a quieter place to think.
Hey, you find a quiet place to think. The science classroom is empty.
It looks all clear in here. Now I need to think.
Yes, let's.
Not you. You're not invited.
You can't keep me away forever.
Maybe, but I can for a little while. Now what am I gonna do about MC? It's like there's no good way out. He feels bad if I hate myself. He feels bad if I try to keep him away so he won't feel bad. And the alternatives feel impossible. What am I supposed to do?
He told you to seek therapy. Alright. Trying to remember a voice here.
2 more classes to go. Although, after this one, I need to go write next week's quiz. I wish we had private offices. Communal working spaces are hard to concentrate in. But for now, time to prep the classroom.
Was that similar? Probably.
Wah! Miss Ida, you startled me. Sorry about that, Sayori. brings you to my classroom? Couldn't get enough of me last year. Well, I did really like having you as a teacher, but I just came in here because it was empty. I needed a quiet place to think about stuff. You don't usually seem like the introspective type, Sayori. Is everything okay? Anything I can help with? No, everything's great.
No, it isn't.
Everything's going really well with MC.
No, it isn't.
Well, that's great to hear. To be honest, I'm pretty sure everyone was wondering when you two would end up together. Kenzo is a very nice boy, but you hadn't been at his side your whole life like with MC. Probably best if I don't ask what was going on there.
You have no idea.
But whatever got you there, I'm glad you're happy.
You're not. You will never be.
I really am! And so far, I really like all my classes and teachers this year too, so things are looking really up.
You will fail at everything you ever attempt.
That's wonderful, Sayori. Have you guys started the literature club up again? Yeah, we started last week. And we have a meeting today too. We're gonna share poems about school subjects. I thought it was a little bit silly as a poem topic, but everyone's such a good poet. I'm looking forward to reading everyone's poems. That does seem like a strange topic for poetry.
By the way, can we talk about it? Not only does Miss Ida get sprites, but she also got a custom text box color. She's an important character now, there's no doubt about it. Ooh, that would be a good question. I could ask them in an email. If they have any idea what constitutes someone, like, in universe lore, obtaining a sprite and unique text box color and all that. My grandma is going through a barrel roll. Yes, do the barrel roll. Or does that, or do those grammar problems cause you pain? No, I should really, maybe I shouldn't dig so deep into the despair today. Or maybe I should. After all. Is there ever a time where you shouldn't dig into the immerse yourself in the despair?
How do you guys decide on poetry topics? Usually Monica just gives us a topic. Right, she is the president of the club. I have to admit, I'm kind of curious about what poems about school subjects would sound like. Do you think it would be alright if I stopped by to hear your poems? Well, usually we just pass them around and read them rather than read them out loud. But I'd be fine if to have you visit at least. You should probably ask Monica though. And I know that some of the other club members get nervous because the club is like a haven for them. Like Yuri. Natsuki too, although she'll try to play it off like she's fine. Yeah, that does sound like Natsuki, alright. And I certainly don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. Well, I have a meeting with Monica later today anyway. I'll ask her then. Yay! I think it would be a lot of fun to have a visitor. Anyway, it looks like you need the classroom, so I'll do my intersection somewhere else. That's introspection. Right, introspection. Talk to you soon, Miss Ida. Such a nice girl. Always so positive. Seems like whatever was going on with Natsuki and MC didn't affect her. It does seem strange that she wouldn't know anything about whatever happened to MC. It seems like those two have always been close. I'm not sure why exactly, but whatever happened at the literature club just makes me more and more curious. Part of it is probably that I'm a scientist at heart and can't resist an unexplained mystery. But more importantly, they are my students, and it seems like whatever happened to them was unsettling at the very least. If it's anything I can do to help them, it's my duty as a teacher to find out what. It's quite a puzzle. MC and Natsuki say that something incredibly bizarre happened, but Yuri and Sayori say there was nothing. And Sayori's very convincing. Hopefully Monica will let me observe. She seems like a bright girl, and she's the only one of them I haven't talked to yet. But first, time to get set up for the next class.
Are we jumping straight to the Monica interaction? No, it's to MC. MC is walking very quickly down the hallway. He runs into someone and falls, scattering papers everywhere. Well, if this isn't a classic anime scene, I don't know what is. Play as long as you can and see how much you can do. I will probably stick to the 2 episodes for the time being again. So better manipulator than Yuri? Of course she is. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. I didn't see you there at all. Oh, it is Monica. Of course, with the classic anime scene.
Oh, don't worry about it, MC. I'll just take it out of your next literature club paycheck.
I'm not sure
Just a joke, MC. Where are you off to?
Just heading to class. I've been having a hard time understanding the first couple of weeks of physics, so I am going to study a little bit before class starts.
That's smart. I found physics a little hard too. Not only is there a lot of hard math, there's really weird conceptual issues too.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you doing? You sure are carrying a lot of papers?
Oh, this is actually for the literature club.
Gosh, all that?
Yep. It's annual review time with the student council soon. My favorite.
Gosh, I never realized it was so much work.
It's not that bad. It just always gets really intense when review time comes around. Have to keep convincing them every year that we deserve our own room and light funding and that we don't need an advisor.
Well, good luck. I really hope none of those things ever changes. What do you use the funding for anyway?
Well, I saved it for a while and got the laptop that we used to show mods and emails when it says in the classroom. I also use it to refill a snack basket. And sometimes I use it to get baking ingredients for Natsuki so she can make us stuff.
All very good uses of the money, I'd say. Physics. I like physics. I just hate math. I was always kind of meh on physics. I like it in theory. But I was just always... It got way too complicated for me way too fast, so I kind of fell out of it. Sucks to suck.
So would I. And don't worry too much about things changing. They do always put a lot of pressure on me since we get treated differently than other clubs, but I always manage to convince them to leave us alone.
Remind me to never get on your bad side.
Enough about me. How are you and Sayori? I hear you guys were making out in the lunchroom today.
We weren't making out, we just held hands and I kissed her on the forehead.
I'm kidding. All I actually heard was you guys were holding hands. Although I wouldn't be surprised if making out actually was the rumor, given how quickly people blow things up around here.
English is fine. Sucking is what I bet. Damn it, there's that quote again. I will never live those quotes down, will I? Thankfully, you can try to make me cringe. Try to fill me with despair right now. Now is the best time to do it. Because honestly, if you're not careful, I might end up enjoying it. I will not let you forget.
Anyway, it seems like things are going well with you and her then.
Well, yes and no. I am very happy to be with her all the time, and we're pretty lovey-dovey. The problem is that she's only happy some of the time. And the rest of the time she's really not. You know.
Yeah, I do. Have you tried talking with her about it?
Yeah, a little. She tends to change the topic.
Ah yes, she's good at that. And I presume better at it now that she has access to the girlfriend distraction methods.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, she keeps changing the topic. I mean, she'll talk about her depression, no problems there. But if I ask her to try and get help, new topic immediately.
She really doesn't want to talk about it, huh?
No, she does not. And I know it's because it's hard for her to seek out help. It's a lot of work and she doesn't feel ready to do it. I guess I just don't really know what to do about it other than bringing it up gently every now and again.
Yeah, that seems the safest.
I did talk to Yuri about it. Asked her for advice.
I'm surprised you went to Yuri first rather than Natsuki. Although I guess you do have some reason to.
Yeah. Yuri was really helpful when I was still pursuing Sayori, I guess. She had a lot of really helpful advice. Her and Natsuki both.
I remember. They told me about it. All about how they taught you the meaning of true love. And how to woo your fair damsel.
If that's the way you want to put it. But yeah, they were very helpful. I guess I would say Natsuki kind of helped me understand what to do, and Yuri helped me understand how I felt, and how Sayori felt. So I guess I went to Yuri because I wanted to understand better how Sayori felt again. I felt like her poem from last week was trying to tell me something. You remember the one about getting out of bed? Monica nods. So I took it to Yuri and asked her about what she thought the whole situation, what she thought the poem meant, and if she had any advice.
And what did she say?
Well, she just started to analyze the poem from a literary perspective. But the way she did it, I started to think that maybe it was a metaphor for Sayori having trouble and motivating herself to get help.
Or knowing Yuri, she most likely already thought that and cleverly led you into thinking the same thing.
Maybe, yeah. Alright, what else was going on? For this gay canon? Oh yeah, that quote. MC needs to... That quote was something. MC needs to ask Sayori why she doesn't want to see a therapist. Just be direct, dude. But if he's direct, she will change topics. That is the problem. Like, it's impossible to be direct with her right now, especially because she has the girlfriend distractions going. Doesn't feel like she deserves help. No spoiler, she already said it. Yeah, she said it multiple times. Maybe, yeah. But if so, I think she was right. Anyway, she thought that as long as I made it about Sayori needing to get help, Sayori would have trouble with it. She thought I needed to frame it to Sayori as I, MC, need you, Sayori, to get help. Because she thinks as long as I tell her it's something I need, she's more likely to act on it.
That's probably true. What do you think about the idea?
Well, I think it's true too, but I'm still uncomfortable with it. It seems like a little bit of tricking her into doing it.
Yeah, it does feel a little odd, doesn't it? I'd certainly be a little reluctant to take advantage of a known weakness like that in Sayori. But at the same time, is there any better way to do things? I mean, after all, we're trying to help her with something she desperately needs help on. I don't know if you're looking for my advice, but I'd say you should do it if you can't think of anything better to convince her.
Well, I already have been trying to do it. Not that it's going to work right away, I guess. Kind of hard to tell what effect it's having on her at all, if any. But I'm glad you think that. Makes me feel less guilty about it. Thanks for the talk, Monica. I'll see you in the club.
Bye, MC. What way you walking?
Yeah. See, then why does she think she doesn't deserve help? Because depression does make you feel that way. If you feel worthless, then you're like, hey, I'm not worth the help. I'm just gonna make other people waste their time on me. So that's why she doesn't want to seek out the help. She doesn't deserve happiness. Yeah, she's a worthless person. That's the way she feels.
She is trying hard to be a good boyfriend. And really just a good friend in general, I guess. So Yuri really does need the help. I would try to help, but I don't think there's anything I can do more than MC can, other than just be there for Sayori, which I've been trying to do. But on to other business. Did you see much of Miss Ida?
Yes, actually. It's unfortunate, but toxic behavior. Yeah, but there's, again, really not much you can do. You can subtly try to manipulate her into going there, but that's about it. Yourself especially, yeah. I mean, don't forget the idea. Don't forget that MC and Sayori clearly love each other, but she still tried to get a different boyfriend because she thinks that MC being close to her would be bad for him. Because she doesn't deserve him. She wanted to set him up with literally anyone else in the club for him to find happiness, and to do that, she just tried to pick up a random boy as her boyfriend, just so MC wouldn't have to worry about her. But now they're finally together, thankfully. SARS virus exists? Anyway, we have seen quite a bit of Miss Ida. And that's why she needs therapy! She does need it, but she refuses to get it, which is why everyone's pressuring her. And yeah, she tried to delete her existence and make MC not worry about her. She messed with everyone's character files so they wouldn't miss her if she killed herself. It's horrible she actually went that far, but she chickened out last second, which is good. It's good that she actually managed to not do it in the end, that she didn't go through with it.
Good. It did seem like the game went back to her after I talked to you, so did you learn anything important from her?
Not really comfortable spying on her, yes, no. Nothing too important, no.
Darn. I was hoping to learn something useful for my meeting with her. Oh, and that's coming up quick. Well, I guess I'll have to wing it. Hopefully she's not too suspicious. Catch up later, I hope. Should be a fun day at the club. Just gotta make sure I don't run late again. There's not much time between my meeting and the club starting. See you soon.
Alright.
Hello, Miss Ida.
Force someone to therapy, yeah, it's true. It's true that you can't force people. You have to convince them to go there of their own accord. And that's gonna be very tough with Sayori.
Hi, Monica. Thanks for coming to see me. I know you're a very busy student. Oh, it's not a problem at all, Miss Ida. Although I do try to keep myself as busy as I can. I have to admit I was a little confused when you when you asked me to come by. I don't think I've ever had a class with you. No, you haven't. I was just curious about the literature club. Oh, the club I run. What makes a science teacher interested in a literature club? Well, I only have a passing interest in literature, but a few of my students speak very highly of your club, and they seem to have had some interesting experiences there, so I was just curious to see what it was like. Plus, I saw your presentation at the Fall Festival and it piqued my interest. Well, all we did was read some poems. Did a particular one catch your interest? Yuri's tea poem, perhaps, or Natsuki's book poem was really good too. Oh wait, I know, so Yuri's... Actually, I was most interested in your poem. Mine.
Yes, Monica, you actually write well.
Thanks, I never think my poetry is very good though. The others are much better than I am at it. You shouldn't sell yourself short on that. I thought it was very good, although I couldn't quite figure out what it was really about. Maybe you could enlighten me about that. Well, it was about a dream I had. Kind of a nightmare, really. I don't remember it too well now, but I do remember slowly being frozen. I don't remember all the imagery that ended up being in the poem was in the dream. Some of it was personal stuff that seemed to fit the situation. But mostly I was just fascinated by the image from the nightmare, and I thought it would make for a good poem. Well, that makes sense. Monica, if you don't mind, I have a request to make. What's that? I'd like to come and watch a little bit of the literature club. Would that be alright? Sure, I don't see why not. We usually kind of keep to ourselves, so I guess it would be nice to have someone new along. I do have one request if you stop by. Some of our members are very easily socially overloaded, and they come to the club as a bit of a refuge. I don't think they'd mind you staying for poems and a bit of free time, but they probably tense up if they were being watched by the entire time, so would it be alright if you could have a little bit of time to themselves? Sure, that's fine. That's very considerate of you. I know Yuri can be very shy sometimes. I'll leave before too long. Just curious as to what your process is for writing poems and that kind of thing. I was very impressed at the festival. Well, we look forward to having you there then. See you soon. Until then.
Alright, what else is going on? I just have strong opinions on this, as I have a very close friend in this exact situation, and it frustrated me to no end. She did end up getting therapy, thank God. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, depression is a bitch. It is. Oh no. Teacher came. Hide the bodies. I'm not sure there's enough time to hide the bodies. Anyways, you have friends? Wow. All nerd friends, yes. Damn, I keep doing jokes to keep this place happy. I mean, you can do that. You could just embrace that not all things in life are happy. Because they aren't.
Zia wants to come visit the club for poems. Maybe for activities too? We may have to cancel emails. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you, but you found out really fast. She just told me. I guess that's why she wanted the meeting today.
Makes sense.
Can I opt out of sharing while she's there?
Jeez, Yuri, I know you're shy, but come on, it's just us reading it.
Actually, it works for her to be shy. I asked her not to stay too long, because it might make some of us uncomfortable and it would be better if she left earlier.
Fiendish Monica plot.
I really am kind of shy about it, you know that.
I know, don't worry. No one has to share if they don't want to.
Hope she leaves fast, don't want to cancel half of the club.
I know. Don't worry. If we cut out too much of the club, we'll just pick it up somewhere else. What about free time? Well, if you get picked for free time choice, just make sure it's not anything weird or meta.
Man, this sucks. I was looking forward to regular club.
It'll still be fun, you guys. We'll find a way. What else is going on? There's social media and D&D, we stay in touch. Man, staying in touch, wouldn't that be something? Hey Tor, what are we... There we go, making friends. That is a process, isn't it? I am? What am I? Well... Tell me. Maybe I might embrace the RP a little bit.
That was kind of dicey. Hopefully she doesn't poke around too much, but really my main concern is that she actually will freak out the others. They really do use the club as a place to escape and feel safe, especially Yuri and Natsuki. Hopefully she won't disrupt that too much. Although if she does, I guess that's a good excuse to have her leave. I wish I could have had some advance notice that she was going to spring that on me. I worry I might have seemed a little freaked out by her visiting. Hopefully she didn't notice. Anyway, I need to head over to the club room. I'm going to be a little late as is. Hopefully things aren't too much out of control over there.
Monika's walking towards the club room.
Oh hey, funny meeting you here again so soon. Usually I'd expect you to join us inside the club room. I wonder why the game's...
Monika listens near the club room door.
When the game's suddenly outside...
Things you don't say, and also...
Stop! Gonna get in trouble!
Absolutely fucking truth?
Guys!
Not been, never will be.
Well, I think I've heard enough.
Yuri's laughing hysterically while Natsuki's pulling on her hair. What? Why? So Yuri's between them trying to push them apart. MC is sitting in a school desk, propping his head up with one hand, while with a resigned grin on his face. No wine here.
That's enough. Sorry, Monika. Honestly, I'm not here for 2 minutes. Natsuki, no violence in the literature club. Yuri, no intentionally provoking Natsuki with the manga debate. Natsuki, do not let yourself be provoked. So Yuri, thank you for trying to restore order, and MC, carry on as you have been.
You've got it, Madam President. I will observe. I am turning Sid into an edgelord now? Oh no, it is happening. Yeah, but good little voice line from Danganronpa, if we're already on brand today, kind of. I shall observe. Good old Korekio voice line. Don't we appreciate Korekio? The anthropology guy. He sure was an interesting character. Very interesting. A serial killer with an incest problem. A serial killer who was in an intimate relationship with his biological sister, who later on died due to sickness, and then her spirit entered his body during a seance and has since been with him all the time, permanently inside him. Definitely an interesting character. Definitely interesting. So you're becoming evil, stop. Why would I stop, though? Ouch, who threw that? Bones? No, why? I didn't do anything wrong, I'm just telling the truth. Also, Gabe, thank you for the raid. With a party of 1. I appreciate it. And welcome to the stream. How was your stream? You were playing Genshin earlier and then you switched games again? Tell me how it was if you feel like it. I guess I gotta switch topic off of potential spoilers for the Danganronpa franchise. So let's talk about something else. Guess as a Beto haver now, I guess you are a Beto haver. I personally already have a C6 Beto, so... Ha! Ha ha ha! And every time I get Beto now, it just causes me nothing but despair. Oh well. Not even close? Well, it's gonna be a bit longer. Who cares about it being longer? Tiger dropped an actual tiger. Well, ain't that just something? Imagine Tiger dropping a tiger. What kind of circumstances were you in?
Now we need to quickly decide what we're going to do for club when Miss Ida gets here. We can either do poems or free time first.
I know usually we choose randomly for who gets to decide a free time activity, but mine is, how to put it, really normal seeming to an outsider, so maybe it would be a good thing to do today.
Sounds good, what's the plan?
This isn't going to take forever like your last activity, is it?
Well, not too long, no. It is that we all read and discuss our whole play. but the play isn't that long, and reading it shouldn't take too much time at all.
That does seem very pleasingly literary. Do you have the play?
Yes, I printed out some copies of the script for everyone.
Well then, let's get to reading and looking appropriately studious.
Ah, yes. You finish my report, but I can take a break while you all are still up. Oh? Maybe you should finish your report, though, if it's important. If it is important. At last, but still will be here. Fair. You feel free to lurk if you want.
I don't often come to this part of the school. The science department got its own new facility building a few years back. Let's see. I'm looking for room 3L. Ah, here it is. I should try to see what they're doing before they know I'm here. It sounds quiet inside. Let's see if I can take a peek through these high windows. It looks like they're just reading. Even Natsuki. I'll have to ask them later on how they managed to get her to just settle in and read quietly. Almost seems like a shame to disturb them, but here we go.
Message missed? What did I miss? Ah. Sit equals task tool. Tool assisted speedrun, I see. Asset hands. What do you think? Assistance. Okay, I get it. I get them. I get it, yeah. Sit being with tasks? Interesting choice, but I guess it kind of works, maybe. In the Tigers, there was a castle inside another castle. I had to fight some ninjas and samurais to rescue it. Okay, that sounds complicated. Had 2 tigers, one of which I finished off with a tiger drop. Makes sense, I suppose.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Ida. Welcome to our humble club room. I would introduce you, but I believe you already know everyone else. We are just spending the first bit of our time doing an activity Yuri suggested. We're reading and discussing the script of a play called The Sunset Limited.
I don't think I've heard of that one. What's it about? Well, it's a play set in a single room with only 2 characters. We don't know their names. They're only called Black and White in the script. It's set in America. White is a white atheist college professor who believes life is meaningless and filled with suffering, so he determined to commit suicide, but he's saved by Black. Black is a black evangelical Christian and ex-convict who believes in life having purpose and redemption. So you go back to Black's apartment, and that's where the play starts up. It's basically just the 2 of them debating the problem of evil, the meaning of human existence, and so forth. But it's very thoughtfully written and compelling.
I see. Pretty dark stuff for high school. But that makes for some of the best literature. It's pretty hard to write literature that's just sweetness and light. It's so hard to find really good art where happiness isn't sweetest when defined against suffering. Like Shakespeare. Even in his comedies, sad things have to happen before happy things can, right?
I suppose that is true. I never really thought of it that way. You guys think pretty deeply about literature, huh?
We sure do.
You must. If even you are talking about the artistic value of sadness, Sayori.
Yeah. Even I talk about sad or dark stuff in here a lot. But I try my best to bring it back to being happy.
She sure does. Yes. That's a lot of tigers. It would be a lot to even have 1 tiger. And a very good job she does of it too. MC squeezes Sayori lovingly with 1 arm.
You are a very lucky man, MC.
I sure am. Anyway, I think we're all done reading.
No, we're not.
I think all of us except Natsuki are done reading.
Do you want a copy of the script, Miss Ida? We were about to discuss it and it might help you follow along.
Sure, I'd love a copy. Monica hands me her photocopied script. It's not that long. It'll probably take me an hour to read all of this. Probably not much point to trying to read the whole thing now. It looks like the club has already been at it for a while. Maybe I'll just skim it while Natsuki finishes reading.
It's getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. Yes.
The plot is as Yuri described it. The 2 characters argue about whether life is meaningful. Each is a powerful proponent of their point of view. The writer ultimately sets up Black's argument, the ones that are positive and life-affirming, to ring somewhat hollow. And at the end of the story, White gets up again, presumably to commit suicide, and Black does not stop him. Instead, he has a crisis of faith, asking God why he sent White if it wasn't to help save him. It's a very dark story indeed.
Well done, Natsuki.
Yes, Monica, I'm finished. Sorry that some of us take the time necessary to really digest a text.
Of course, Natsuki, of course. So what did everyone think? Who wants to lead us off?
Well, I thought it was well written. Gate mode activated. Oh no, Rob is blue. Dabu dee dabu die. How could this happen? One of the cooler things about it is how both of them speak so eloquently despite their different backgrounds. It's not just chill and vibe. It do be nice sometimes. I often do that. Like, sometimes I sit in stream chat for some people. Like, sometimes I watch a stream of someone and I don't comment at all. And I just chill and vibe. And the streamer would be none the wiser. That is until at some point my name suddenly comes up and I'm like, you fool, I have been here the whole time. And now you have summoned me into chat. It happens. And then they're both very intelligent in their way, so they're able to understand each other. In the end, though, I think it's a little limited by the scope. It's just a very fancy philosophy debate. And I think that the author already knew who he wanted to have win the debate when he started. So it seems a little unfair.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Did the overall tone bother you at all? The plot seems very heavy and there's kind of an oppressive atmosphere over the whole thing. Did it make it unpleasant to read?
Well, I definitely agree about the atmosphere being there, but I think that's part of the point of it. Honestly, it didn't seem that bad. They were discussing some pretty serious stuff, true, but at the end of the day, they are just sitting around around a coffee table talking, and nothing else really happens. And I guess I'd say that at the same time, it's both the main selling point and the biggest drawback.
Here's a fairly nuanced take on the style of it. I'm surprised that they're not really all that bothered by the pessimistic dark tone. Normally I'd say it's fairly depressing for an 18-year-old.
I really like Black as a character. I think it's great how he gives everything he has to try to persuade White. Like, he really pours himself out from his soul or something.
Sayori's a smart girl in her own way, but she was never the most verbally sophisticated girl.
That is true. It was almost a day. Damn, almost a day. That sucks for you. Again, but I don't mind. I mean, I heard that I know that these references kind of fill you with despair. At least a little bit. They do annoy you. Which isn't true despair in the end, but whatever works. Whatever works. Oh no, everyone's turning blue. Now Bones is blue. Everyone is blue. Blue Moon Cadet already had blue in their name though, so Tord, good on you for doing that as well, by the way, earlier.
I think that in the end, that's what's most important about Black. Nothing he says can ever really reach White, and both of them know it. But the fact that he's still there is his argument. He's still trying to save this obviously hopeless chaos. Trying to pull him back from the brink. And he gives everything for it. Until by the end he's a ruined shell of a man.
I've never heard Sayori speak like this. It's still, it's like she's just narrating the story playing in her head. She has that faraway look in her eyes that you get when you're talking about something while seeing it in your mind.
So if White is persuaded at all, maybe he'd be persuaded by how much Black was willing to sacrifice for him, and apparently for no benefit. But he doesn't get to see Black's reaction, so who knows? Overall, I really liked it.
I thought you might enjoy it, Sayori. He thought Sayori would enjoy such a bleak story. Well, not because it's bleak, but yes. Sayori has extremely complex and sophisticated taste in literature. I partially wanted us all to read this because I was curious what you would think of it.
I see.
I hated it.
Of course you did.
Like, yeah, it was well written and all, but I guess I didn't understand the point of it. Or maybe the point is that there is no point, or some pretentious crap like that.
You wanna know what color Kochan is? Well, regular same old color set that you all know. Unless we want to spice things up a little bit. Because there technically is like the, you know, sadly no, a blue variant. Like, I do have a blue variant, don't get me wrong. Like there is the blue screen code. Blue screen code does exist. And is entirely useless. But, there is no blue screen version of Kochan yet. So, no, so tough luck on that. Tough luck on that. Maybe one day, maybe one day. But again, lots of my variants are just entirely useless. There's really no point to them even existing. Which I guess is the point. The point is that there is no point, as we said, or as Natsuki put so eloquently earlier. There being no point causes the most despair. What? I have 12,345. Yes, perfect. Divide people be like, hey.
That's your view. Then why write?
But if that's your view, then why write a play about it?
Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I can show you one thing. Give me a second. Since we're talking about colors, boom, RGB code. This is stupid, isn't it? It exists, everyone. We got RGB code here. I got them LGBT lights. Ah, ain't that something? That crackhead energy is just fantastic. Isn't it? Isn't it? Come on. RGB? Yes, RGB code. Alright, let me see what else was going on. I did not respond. The bones is blue. That's my attack. Ah, yes. I have RGB too. Yeah, for you it's a little bit more tricky though, isn't it? Isn't it? You know what? Just because we match, yes! Just because we're in the Halloween vibe. I don't know how this fits, but everyone wants costumes. I don't have anything specific prepared, so I might as well just let the RGB speak for itself for a little bit. And then we will switch it off again.
If that's your view, why write a play about it? Like, oh well, guess everything sucks and is meaningless. Let's all go step in front of trains. Psh, I mean, obviously the author doesn't think that.
Maybe or maybe not, but is the point that it provoked such a reaction in you? Like, clearly you have a strong viewpoint about the idea the play is exploring. So for you, maybe the point is showing you that you think there is a point that should be made.
Right, like I said, some pretentious crap.
Natsuki's willful and confident as she always is.
What did you think, Monica?
Are we pink now? Ah, look at all the colors. LEDs are on. Yes. Everyone is just enjoying the world of colors right now. You know what? You know what? You want the crackhead energy. You want the crackhead energy. You're getting the crackhead energy. Oh, you're getting the crackhead energy now. Oh, you're getting it. Oh, you're getting it. Oh, you're getting all the crackhead energy. Is this what you want? Is this better for you guys? Anglers, he did fun. Leave it like this. Oh no. Yes. Ah, yes. This is perfection. Yes. Here we go. Ah.
What do you think, Monica?
It's complicated. In a lot of ways, I empathize with White far more than I do with Black. I have basically the same worldview, I think, with one big exception. I think this abandonment of meaning is his own choice, not something intrinsic to the world.
This is what peak gaming looks like. Exactly. Exactly. Couldn't ask for anything better than this. You said crackhead energy. You didn't mean actually doing crack. Well, it's too late now. It's too late now. Oh no. This is real. This is really CodeErr. This is really CodeErr hours. Yes. Yes. Actually, hang on. Can I make it worse? You know what? I brought up the partial transformation into like the error mode earlier, right? The partial one at least. What if I add that on top of everything as well? There we go. Add more to it. Add more. Add everything. We are in for some real shit right now. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. You delivered on that crackhead energy and we stand. But wait, there's more. Wait a second. What else do I have? What else can I add? Oh yeah, this one. More! More! Add everything! Really gassing this up right now. Is there no end to the craziness? Is there no end? This feels like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. They'll flip it upside down and be on the ceiling. No, I think this is the end. I think we've reached the end point for now. Maybe. But maybe not. They'll blast me like it keeps happening. More! Oh no. Oh no, this is insanity. We still didn't finish the episode. Yes, okay, I'll keep going.
I think his abandonment of meaning.
Yeah, okay, I read this.
Like, yes, the world has no inherent meaning, and neither do human lives, but he chooses to see that as a permanent emptiness, and I see it as a blank canvas, you know? As a blank canvas, you know? I think it is our responsibility to make our own meaning in the world, and I think it is also our responsibility to make that meaning a positive one. So in a way, I think that what he did was just giving up on a hard problem, which is understandable in a way, but I think in the end he should have done better.
Very interesting. So, this is one of my favorite authors, Cormac McCarthy. I know you all are aware that I like Lovecraft, and he writes much more fear in the unknown that could be out there in the universe, things that are disturbing because they are unknowable in exterior. McCarthy is different in almost every way except for one thing. He also writes about fear of the unknown, but his unknown is internal. It's about the terrifying things we don't know about ourselves.
Make the whole screen RGB. I'm not sure how to do that. Now hack the whole streamer's power. Coding. Yes.
And this is one of his most accessible examinations of the unknown and interior that exists. So I was curious to see what you would all think of it.
Fascinating. So do you guys take turns suggesting things for the club to do? Usually we pick someone randomly who gets to choose, but there are a few things we do all the time, like sharing poems every week. Speaking of which, wait! I kind of wanted to hear what Miss Ida thought of what she read. Well, I didn't really get that far, but I found the subtitle very interesting, a novel in dramatic form. The author almost just sets this up as an old Scratic dialogue, only there's much less back and forth. In the first half, Black tends to have the most of the big moments and does the most of the talking. He pours himself out, as Sayori puts it. But all of that only provokes White more and more as time goes on, until his politeness cracks and he can't take it anymore. And I think Natsuki's right, the author knew all along how he wanted things to end. And he ends with White taking the stage and just leveling poor Black with his nihilism. It's so bad and so final. By the end, White is almost pitying poor Black. He even apologizes to him. Then we're left with the question, what does all this mean? And like Yuri, I think that the author very much wants to leave the reader to decide. Is White just correct? Is Black correct but not strong enough? It's hard to argue that. Or, more likely to me, are both missing something. I think they're both very much locked into their respective worldviews, and that those worldviews give their arguments power, but also deprive them of perspective that they could have used to untangle the problem that they're grappling with, maybe. So, yeah, that's what I thought.
Gosh, Miss Ida, are you sure you don't teach English? Yeah, that was some expert-level literary deconstruction.
Well, I like to read as much as anyone, and I remember all my high school English teachers' thoughtful out lectures. I guess I was just inspired by hearing you guys talking so intelligently about the text. Well, hopefully we won't judge our poetry too harshly against the professional writing we just read, because it's time to move on to poems. Just keep in mind that our poems are just amateur works at best. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Here, let's start with mine.
Alright, let me check text again. Private space. Coded all over the place. Yes, truly a streamer of all time. You know what? I'll try to see if I have anything else to add. I highly doubt it. But let me turn that off again for a second. Maybe we can make it worse. Maybe I can make it worse. Not sure if that's better or worse, but I'm doing that. Oh my god, I can do this too. Oh my god, that's so weird. That is extra weird. Okay, you're gonna see it in a second, but turns out if I do this, my entire body is shaking, but my eyes stay stationary, which is a very weird combo. You'll see. There we go. This is true madness. And now there's nothing more I can do for you. Now there is nothing more to do. Max out the numbers. I'm doing it. I did it. This is, insanity. I like that. This is true glitch effects, if I've ever seen them. How many ad? Oh, no.
Yeah, let's start with mine. Homes this week are supposed to be about school subjects, so keep that in mind.
Code has become... Yeah, 144p. I have become 144p. Except my eyes and eyebrows. Actually, not my eyes entirely. But yeah, it's weird how that works out. Look at Discord General. I don't know if I want to look at Discord General. Just for a second though. Nice screenshot. Alright. Now then, where were we? Reading things. Just things. Things bumping into other things, that's all everything really is. And every collision, every path are foreordained and predictable. As foreordained and predictable as the answer to 2 + 2. Every dream, all your pain, all your love and every memory is a thing bumping into another thing. That way, they and I are not affected. Exact frame of that happening. Of course you did.
I noticed you talk about physics a lot ever since you took it. I do like the poem. It ties the school subject into your usual Monica stuff.
What's her usual Monica stuff? Monica likes to write poems that question the fundamental nature of reality. Here she has tried an exploration of physics to break down barriers between different people. She reduces everyone in any conceivable kind of reality to things bouncing off of other things. In a way, it's very equalizing.
I'm into this one, Monica, more than usual. I like how it gets out pretty fast after making its point. Efficient.
It's very simple for a poem from you, I'd say, Monica. Usually I'd expect a bit more punctuation or rhythmic spacing.
Yes, normally I would, but this poem didn't seem to have room for it. It was a pretty short thought. I guess I thought it was a little too simple to deserve much stylizing.
Well, for the future, not that this one was bad at all, but I love your stylizing of poems. It's very inspiring.
Thanks, MC. Miss Ida, any thoughts since you're here? I think I agree with MC. I think the content is not the problem, but it lacks a distinctive voice. And the problem is not that you don't have a distinctive voice, clearly, since the people here say it's missing from this poem. But I think every thought you work on is probably worthy of putting your style on. That's good advice. I probably got a little lazy on this one and thought the idea was just enough to stand on its own. But really, I should have crafted it more carefully and finely. Every idea worth writing down is worth perfecting, and that's Monica's writing tip of the day. Who's next?
Oh, I'll go.
I have my mind right now, my body right now. Are you not entertained? Is this not what you wanted? Also, there are still emails, right? We will get closer to the 4-hour mark than the 3-hour mark today, probably. Amateur creator of universes. Here in this room, like threads on a loom, my imagination unfurls. The intimacy of worlds is the fabrication of worlds. These stands expand, arcing across and downward, in a single stroke, earthward. The bright sky founders, look closely and you'll see the world reflected inside me.
Oh, a rhyming structure. It's a little unusual for you. But I like it. It's very elegant. It's really pretty. You should make more of your poems rhyme, Yuri. You're really good at it.
Thank you. I'm kind of nervous to share it in front of Miss Ida, but I normally don't care too much if my poems rhyme. Rhyming constricts me from picking the words that feel right most of the time, but here for a poem about art it felt right.
They are very Yuri rhymes too, if that makes sense.
Definitely. Room and loom are definitely rhymes you'd only ever hear in a Yuri poem.
I guess you have a bit of a reputation for more intellectual poems, Yuri.
So it would seem.
Well, your poems are obviously very thoughtful and imaginative.
Yeah, but take a look at my poem.
Oh yeah, here comes the good shit. My mind and your body are yeah, we're bonded here.
I think you in particular might like it, Miss Ida.
Oh my god, I just noticed. What I'm doing right now might hurt people, like, with their stream quality. At least it's good that I'm only down here in the bottom corner. But if this kind of stuff was happening to the entire screen, oh my god, the stream quality would go down so quickly. My apologies for that. The Ludicrous Cookbook. I read a recipe the other day, but I have no idea where to find the ingredients. How does this cook do it? It's like they took whatever was laying around, like a big batch of fruitcake, swept it all up in a big bowl, but somehow made perfection. How did they measure so precisely? I can barely get a single quarter liter right. But they call for perfect ratios. On and on in everything. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what shop sells acetylacetone. There we go. Stream quality is fine for me, but my internet is Godspeed. Okay, that helps. Again, though, as long as I'm only down here in the corner, we're fine. Let me maximize myself. No, I won't. What do you mean? Damn.
Oh, it's about chemistry. I see why you think I'd like this one. Very cute, Natsuki. Did I say something wrong?
Yuri hates it whenever she's associated with the word cute.
I don't think Yuri hates it. Yuri, why are you speaking in third person of yourself instead of talking about Natsuki here?
Although it's for an understandable reason. She worries that when she or her work is regarded as cute, either ceases to be taken seriously. Oh, I see. Sorry, Natsuki, that wasn't my intention.
That's okay. But yeah, Yuri basically got it right.
But Natsuki, can something be cute and taken seriously? Like, this poem is very cute, but it's also very good and worth being taken seriously.
Yeah, something can be cute and deep or worthwhile. Why do they have to be mutually exclusive?
Exactly, can they coexist?
Wait, it's like you guys are becoming a hive mind. I wish people would hold both those conceptions in their head at once, I really do. But for now, experience tells me that they cannot. So until they do, I have to take my stand on the side of not cute.
As usual, mine sucks compared to you guys, so let's get it out of the way. Lines. Okay. Lines and shapes, curves and angles, they relate together in perfect unison. A certain peace steals over you as you feel the lines resting against each other in a triangle. The lines can never lie, each one pure truth embodied, and through them lies the shape of everything. It's code manual blast cover. Good idea, Neon Mental blast cover?
Isn't bad at all, MC.
It does have a certain appeal to you, I'd imagine.
It does. I love how geometry is turned into a metaphor for order in the whole world. I'm definitely a sucker for poetry about reality metaphors.
I think some of the phrasing could have been a little more carefully crafted, but overall it's quite good. I'm very impressed at how you improve week by week, MC. Before too long, you'll be writing better poems than any of us.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, you're doing great, MC. Don't listen to Yuri's phrasing nitpicking. She's right that you're doing really well. You're like years ahead of where you used to be, you know? Heck, I think all of us are starting to pick up cool stuff from your style now. What do you think, Sayori?
I love everything that MC writes.
Sounds like you have at least one big fan, MC. You're the least experienced poet here.
I am, only started about a year ago.
Well, you'd hardly know it. I'm impressed at how deep all your poems dive. They're very thought-provoking. I guess it's your turn last, Sayori.
Yeah. Mine's not as deep as the others, though. It's kinda short and silly.
Outside and in, I run, outside, in sun, I stride, and sweat to get release. Sometimes it hurts, I climb, my curse, but still I feel some peace. Rather my arms, lather in harm, and pain in mind may cease.
Well, this is a little different from what I'd expect from you, Sayori. Very dark. And I don't agree at all that it's not deep. It's very deep, especially given how short it is. It raises so many questions about what's going on in it. The school subject is supposed to be PE.
Yep. It's kind of about how working out your body can help you with mental struggles you might be having.
Sayori actually likes to write a lot of poems about the disparity between happiness and sadness, and that strange place in the middle where they meet. I see.
Yeah, I always get a little concerned when I read a poem like this from her. I feel better as soon as I look at her smile.
Yeah. Sayori sure does write about some crazy stuff sometimes. It's so different to how she normally is.
Yes, so, what do we want to do now?
I actually feel a little weird after that. Like, maybe I got a little too weird with my poem. Sorry, I didn't know we were going to have a guest today. I might have toned it down a little otherwise.
Oh, Sayori, you don't need to do anything like that for me. And I definitely didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I know you guys kind of need this place to relax, so I don't want to hang around too long and weird you out. I'll be going now. Thank you for letting me watch a little.
Thanks for coming by, Miss Ida. It was fun having you here. Glad that worked.
Wait, you feeling weird was just an act to get rid of Miss Ida?
Yep. I thought it was basically the plan, but I didn't want to skip emails.
Dang, Sayori, you're really ice cold sometimes.
Well, I guess that means it's time for us to answer real-world emails. As always, remember they can email me at lit.club.press.monica@gmail.com and I'll have the club answer it live, most likely.
Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Listen to me, guys. I'm Natsuki. I know what's best. There's this cool streamer called Code. You definitely follow him on Twitch. Maybe even go over to his YouTube channel where he uploads his VODs and stuff. You can definitely sub there. But if you sub to him, like, on Twitch to give him some money, I'm sure he'd really appreciate that.
Yes, that.
donate to our Patreon and our GoFundMe, which Code doesn't necessarily have yet, but he still appreciates direct donations. Like, if you want to, but naturally you shouldn't feel pressured to.
Natsuki, again, we don't have those. This joke is getting old.
Stretch goals!
Let's just bring up the first email.
Sayori, why did you cut off MC so quickly in episode 4? He wasn't rejecting you. He was just trying to explain something. Could have saved yourself a lot of trouble, maybe. Okay, right then.
It's for you, Sayori. This is not how it seemed at the time. I had a lot of fear about rejection. I still do. It took a lot of pumping myself up to be ready to say that to him. And in my mind, I fully expected him to say no. I had a plan for it and everything. And it was to get him out of there as soon as possible so that he wouldn't feel bad seeing what would happen to me. So as soon as he said something that seemed to be heading towards maybe no, I just needed him to, I just need him out of there.
Sayori's illness colors her expectations and how she sees the world a lot of the time. Speaking of colors, should we eventually stop this craziness right now? Like, this is insanity, and you know it. It's just something you understand and accept. Honestly, I could have done a much better job reassuring her and making things safe for her before I talked to her. It stays? Okay, I guess it stays. Do Natsuki in literally any other intonation challenge.
What do you mean? Like, can't Natsuki also kind of be sad? But it's kind of hard to have that sad in her voice and still be kind of sad at the same time.
No, that's definitely more difficult. I'm not a professional voice actor by any means, okay? Rob, it stays. See, I was really nervous myself in the situation and wasn't thinking well on the fly. That's why now Sayori and I have agreed to never bring up important relationship stuff unexpectedly or with a time constraint. We always want to be able to give ourselves time to think considerably about it. Because otherwise we act kind of scatterbrained around each other. But that's what love does to you.
Oh, that was sweet. Let's see the next one.
What would everyone's subtitles be in Helltaker? Like, for instance, Melina the Sour Demon. Oh, more Helltaker stuff.
Oh, fun. Another Helltaker email. We sure did get a lot of Helltaker emails over the summer. Hopefully it's not too weirdly late to answer them now. I'm going to go with Monica, the Meta Demon.
Of course she would be meta. What else?
Natsuki, the obliteration demon? I just like it sounds badass, don't question it.
Sayori, the Sunshine Demon.
MC, the tryhard demon? Yuri, the elegant demon.
And there you have it.
What's up, Literature Club? You're all the most amazing characters throughout the game, especially you, Natsuki, even though you look cute. Sorry if that triggered you. But overall, you all are the best, and I have 3 questions to ask you all. To all, which YouTuber do you like and watch and tell why? To Natsuki, Sayori, MC, and Monica, have you played Streets of Rage 4? If you haven't, I totally recommend you should play it. It's very awesome. Maybe 4 of you guys can play it together. To Yuri, if you went on a nice vacation, which state would you like to visit? And who would you want to bring on the trip? Yes, if you bring all of them, it would be amazing, because I love you all. Those are my questions, and continue your amazing summer, y'all. P.S. Natsuki, I also like manga as well as you do.
Interesting question. We'll start with the first one. My favorite YouTube channels are Kizuna Ai, because I find the concept of a character fascinating. I also like John's Kitchen, which is just a Japanese cooking channel.
Oh, speaking of YouTube channels, go find Kay's Cooking. Watch all her videos. She taught me everything I know about cooking and baking.
Well, I really like the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen, but then that all fell apart and turned out they weren't very nice. So now I basically watch the British culinary universe.
So he likes her cooking YouTube. Me, I mostly watch funny gamers, like Germa. I also watch the strategy gamer called Beagle Rush. He's a really wholesome, fun dude who plays strategy games. A lot of fun.
As usual, I'm the uncultured one in this context. I don't avoid YouTube entirely, but I don't watch a lot of it. There's no particular channel, but I like to watch amateur musicians cover songs. Sometimes I'll get lost in a rabbit hole of listening to different song covers and on unusual instruments. Nothing too out of the ordinary, really.
The next question is about Streets of Rage 4, but I don't know what that is. Me either.
Me either, actually. I don't know what I'm going to be able... I don't think I'm gonna be able to get them to play but I love Streets of Rage 2. Even though I can't talk right now. One of my favorite old classic games I haven't tried out 4 yet, but I will. Thanks for the email, dude. Manga Gang represent.
Last part is for me. State by state, do you mean like state in the United States? That's probably what you mean. I actually don't know too much about them. I hear many wonderful stories about California. That's where a lot of the world's culture comes from. But I think I'd want to visit whatever state Washington D.C. is in. Is that a state? I think it's like its own area. But that city has a lot of museums and monuments and public spaces, I understand. And that's the kind of thing I like. As for who I take, I'm not sure. Someone who could appreciate the opportunity and the experience, I suppose. Thanks for your question.
Thank you indeed. Moving on to the next one.
Alright, next one. So, this has already been answered, but do you guys have last names? If not, what would you take as a last name? Sorry, or...
No, none of us have last names. Everyone just knows us by our first names, as though that were our full name. No one thinks that's weird, probably the result of a forced mental state of the simulation. Like how we don't feel weird about repeating high school over and over. What last names would you guys even want if you had them?
If I wanted one, it would be something traditional and refined, like Hirabayashi or something.
Bones the Skull Demon! I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that would be Code the Digital Demon. Anyone else in chat want to get in on this? Rob the Stealing Demon? Yup. Rob Stealing Demon, there has been stolen, of course. Watching... Hunt... Hey, fruits being made...
Salvato for the memes.
I'm not sure, but maybe something ending in C, so that I could get that consistent name going. I was really forced to.
Whatever MC's last name is. That's so sweet. What about you, Monica? You know, I don't really think I like one. I think I'd rather say just Monica.
Oh, she said it. She said the catchphrase. Evil epic pog moment, but evil too.
Okay, enough of that, Natsuki. Next question.
Gabe the Confused Demon. Ah, yes. Kiri the Encrypted Demon. That would make sense, yeah. For Monica. Do you know of Doki Doki Interview Club? If so, what do you think of it? Incidentally, that version, I guess, of the club and you guys have convinced me that MC should be with Sayori, which I guess is actually unfortunate for the Monicas of the unit multiverse. Anyway, wish you and your club members the best, Moni. Alright, epic moment, yes.
Another one for me. Yes, I've seen Interview Club and Take Two. Both excellent mods. Obviously, I like Interview Club taking questions from the real world. I think that's an excellent feature for a mod to have. I do like that MC and Sayori are also together there, and that they got there a lot more easily than RMC and Sayori did. But yeah, Interview Club and Take Two are great mods, and you should check them out. They have cool new club members too. Whew, and that's the last email. Okay, everyone, let's wrap up for the day. For next week's poems, let's do poems about animals. And I see that no one has come up with any mod idea yet, but keep thinking about that, okay? I know it's a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. Finally, it's my week off this week, so... I move that Yuri be elected acting club president, Monica be elected acting club secretary.
Second.
All opposed. The motion carries.
Well, I think that's about it for now.
Again, I don't like the facial expressions they do immediately after becoming club president. It seems like they're going truly insane, especially Yuri, because that facial expression never did bode well.
See you guys next week.
Uptime broken? Huh, weird. It shouldn't be, I'll have to double check. Yuri, Sayori, and MC start on their walk home.
You wanna ride today, Natsuki?
Natsuki is busily texting and doesn't seem to hear.
Natsuki, wanna ride?
Oh, nah, but thanks, Monica. I'll just take the bus today.
You sure? It's really no trouble.
It's fine, Monica. I'm not worried about bothering you. I just need a little decompression time today.
Say no more. Honestly, I mostly just wanted to distract myself from work I need to do anyway. So probably for the best that I get started on that. Anyway, I'll see you soon.
Looking forward to it.
Right, we're getting close to the end, everyone. Oh my god. Is she seeing a therapist? Is she actually doing it? I think she's actually doing it. Guys, she's actually doing it! Oh no. Oh shiz.
So, Sayori, what brings you here today?
So, I'm a perfectly normal 18-year-old high school senior. I get pretty good grades and I have good friends. I have a very kind boyfriend who I love very much and who loves me. But most of the time I feel like I hate myself and want to die.
Oh, that does sound like a problem.
You don't sound that weirded out by it.
Well, it is my job. Don't worry, Sayori. That's far from the worst or most troubling thing I've ever heard. But even if it were, I'm here to help you, not to judge you. And that's what I'm gonna do.
He seems really nice given that I just dropped what I just dropped on him.
Yeah, because he's paid to be. Who else would spend such an So, Sayori, before we begin, a couple questions. Who else would spend such an immense amount of time on a
Totally worthless Sayori. Feeling that depression, feeling that despair. Like, you can't forget that behind all these effects, I am still despair code. I know it's barely noticeable. But I am still here.
So, Sayori, before we begin, a couple questions. Recently, like in the past few weeks, have you wished you were dead?
I'm not sure if wished is the right word.
Well, that brings me to my next question. Also, recently, have you felt like you, your friends, or your loved ones would be better off if you were dead?
That's a big ol' yes, boss.
You're so bright-spirited. Next question. Have you been having specific thoughts about killing yourself recently?
Who's code? Haven't seen that guy in a while. Yeah, he kind of disappeared a bit.
Yeah, that's an on and off, but it never really stops for good.
And have you ever tried to kill yourself?
Yep,
How and how recently?
that's kind of complicated. Once by hanging, I actually did jump off the chair, but it sort of, didn't take, I guess. That was, let's see, a little over a year ago. It's weird how he still is just smiling and taking notes. He's not phased at all. I, tried again a little bit after, or before that, I can't remember. And then I got right to the point of doing it and then stopped and decided not to back in May of this year, I want to say.
Ah, I see. And are you having thoughts of killing yourself right now?
Wasting everyone's time. Absolutely pointless sack of meat and bones.
Not really. I mean, I feel really bad about myself, but I'm not thinking of killing myself right now and haven't recently.
Well, good. I guess I don't need to bolt you to the chair then.
So tell me, Sayori, how long have you felt this way about yourself?
As long as I can remember, my whole life.
I see.
Natsuki's texting again. For contact labeled only as squirrel. So let's get you down. You're clearly a little off today.
Man, I don't know how to put it. Just feel a little empty inside tonight. Couldn't even tell you why. Like there's nothing that could make me feel alright. I just keep feeling weird and anxious no matter what. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, happens to me all the time, babe. Usually late at night. And just everything seems futile. I don't feel sad, just empty and pointless. Yeah, that's it exactly. Oh well, don't sweat it. You have fiery, invincible soul, babe. Ain't no anyway gonna keep you down. You'll feel better in the morning, probably. Already do? Always helps to have someone to share it with. Now stop talking to your lame sister and go chuck kegs or whatever you college kids do. I'll chuck 4 kegs in your honor. Have a good evening, babe. You too. She's so silly sometimes.
There's so much of this.
Monica is awash in a sea of paperwork.
Funny requests, funding allocation, informational submissions, space use permit requests, exemption applications. I wish I could just code away all this crap. But it would probably be a terrible idea to try. I guess there's nothing for it but to just bear down on the stuff. I hope it works out. They seem especially tense and mean this year. The last thing everyone needs is more disruption right when we were getting kind of back to normal-ish. I wish I knew if Code was around.
I am, Monica, don't you worry about it. Although it's kind of hard to tell, especially hard right now. But then again, maybe that gives you the most to spare, not being able to know I'm there. That rhyme was unintentional. I don't know why that just slipped out like that. But sometimes I guess I rhyme subconsciously. Weird. I guess that happens to a lot of people though sometimes. Sometimes a rhyme slips in and you don't even realize it. Huh.
Maybe I could text Yuri. No, that's a bad idea, and I'm distracting myself from the paperwork.
Poet, and you didn't even know it. Well, to be fair, I do write poems on a regular basis. Semi-regular basis. So, you know.
Then just get to work.
Not saying they're good. Not saying they're good. Far from it, actually.
That was a long day. The literature club students are much more thoughtful and deep than I expected. I didn't exactly figure out what's so strange about them, though. If anything, they seem even stranger now. Sayori's poem was so unlike her, and everyone seemed just a bit nervous to have me there, although that was maybe just because having a teacher present when there usually isn't one. They all definitely use the club as a little refuge. Maybe my curiosity is doing more harm than good. Perhaps I should just leave them alone and have whatever secret they have. But what if they are in trouble? I just can't shake the feeling that there's something terrible happening to them. I need to look into it more. But first, time for some extremely well-deserved sleep.
There is nothing bad happening to them, but there was something bad happening to them. Streamlabs has recovered from its stroke. I have, however, not. That's all for now. Thanks for watching Club Meet. Yuri? What are you doing here?
Hello again. I was just testing this out to see if it works. Let's see what the script narration... what was the script narration going to say? Thanks for watching. And send Monica your emails, etc. let.club.press.monica@gmail.com is the address, of course. And a few people needed crediting, specifically the MBS team, Camp and Carland, and her composers on Twitter, as well as Cy Waves and Crazy Joshua for poem feedback. Although I don't remember us getting poem feedback. As always, full credits are in the credits.txt file in the game folder. Now that that's out of the way, aren't you so pleased to see Sayori's getting help? I know I was. I think MC took my advice too and framed it to be something she could do to help him. That makes me so happy. Anyway, I'm just ecstatic right now. Things are looking up for Sayori. I can talk to you and get this wonderful, unique view of the world. It's really exciting. So anyway, I was thinking... I wasn't done talking yet. Is that all the time I have? I guess you can't control when the game ends, and neither can I, probably. Anyway, see you next week. I'm really looking forward to it. We always look forward to your visits.
Ah, yes. Speaking of poems, you know. Right, I know. Let me save real quick. There we go. Don't know why I even saved there. There's really no point. Alright, let's exit out of here real quick. So, man, this is some true insanity. Have I ever been glitched out this badly? Probably not. Alright, we're gonna look for someone to raid now. I don't think there was a clip of what happened here, right? I don't think there was a clip of this insane glitchiness, because imagine if they have like a shoutout and it shows a clip of this insanity. This would be hard to explain. This would be very hard to explain. Ooh, you know who we could raid? Oh, you know who we could raid? Oh, you know? Oh, absolutely. We could raid Tormuse. Oh, we can absolutely raid Tormuse. We just played a DDLC mod, so let's raid a DDLC mod author. Like, I really enjoy Tormuse's mods. The ones I've played so far. They're all amazing. So let's get this raid going. Plus, Tormuse is a really great guy, and actually, like, he watches people, like, play his mods as well. Like, he actually commented on some of my VOD uploads on the mods I played. Really great guy. Can definitely recommend. So let's go and raid him doing Subnautica, which is also a great game. I see no reason to pick anyone else right now. So let's set up this raid and I'll see you all over there for some fun times. Just made a clip. Oh no, not the insanity. Glitching raid, it's happening, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching this stream. I had fun playing it. Hope you're looking forward to the next episodes of Club Meetings, which are gonna be soon-ish. Maybe I'll even do extra streams. We'll see. But yeah, I will see you all around. So again, thanks for watching and bye-bye. And bye to those of you watching this absolute insanity of a stream as a VOD. Your support is appreciated, I guess. Be sure to maybe come around live if you want to. And I'll see you around. Bye.